We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros Labs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. Good to see everybody. Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here on this wonderful week of fun broadcasting. Good to see everybody. Glad you're with us. Big show today. Lots to talk about. Fun topics and a great guest as always. Always a pleasure to have the Fox Lady with us. But first, let's bring in the Guam Lady. Hello, Guam Lady. Good to see you.
I was afraid of what you were going to say because you went down for a second. I was like, he's going to say something mean, but no, he just said Guam Lady. So that's
why would I be mean to you?
It's a day that ends in Y. So
you say this like I'm just a
he's
like
a big
horrible,
mean bully human being.
What? Are you kidding?
Who are they going to believe, Craig?
Oh, but believe all women. Let's go.
Yeah, hashtag me too. Where are they all at? Where are them women? Oh, right, that's right. They're covering up their own schemes.
Good point. Kirsche, who would you believe in this situation? Blabs or me?
Number 4, Guam lady.
Oh.
Thank you, Kirsche.
Kirsche, you're just a raging feminist over here.
No, I'm a loyal Kirsche girl. That's why she knows
exactly. I know who butters my bread, baby.
Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. I'll let you guys have the weekend to figure that out. Well, look, we have a lot to talk about today. Kirsche, how's everything going in your life? I know you had a late night last night. You're getting up early to hang out with us. So.
I did. It was my birthday recently, and my community bought me another billboard, and the surprise had to come out early because apparently there were already people seething on Twitter about it.
Did you get my message in your birthday wishes as well? Did you see me as well?
She skipped right over that one.
If you sent something in, my like birthday celebration with everybody is tomorrow on stream.
Oh, then
you ruined it.
No, it's okay. Well, he didn't send anything at all. He forgot about me. Don't worry about it.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. But yeah, whatever. Yeah. So big birthday celebration tomorrow. That should be really, really fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited, especially because like another billboard's already fucking crazy, but Binary Mind has been very, very hard at work. So it is going to be really exciting to see what else he and the Honorable Chatters have cooked up.
Yes, I do see. I saw your billboard last time we were on.
I like the Chris Chen message.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was
wild.
Are you looking forward to dying soon? After that?
I'm a little nervous. I might need to get exercise just to be safe. But I don't have a Sonichu medallion, so I'm at least moderately safe.
Yeah, she's
yeah,
fine.
but when you play the Kevin Bacon game, you're 1 degree away now from
That's
the
true.
Sonic medallion.
That's
you know.
true.
So, and look at that. By the way, this was in 2025.
No,
so
I was gonna say that was last year's billboard.
Yeah,
I linked you this year's.
Oh, let's check it out. Looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I'm very much. Yeah, let's see what we got here. All right, let's see what we got. What do we got here? Oh, look at that.
Look at how cute it is.
That is wonderful.
I like how you have to disclose paid for by fans. Otherwise, someone's gonna have like a meltdown somewhere in the world too.
So
I mean,
this is
people already think that like I'm the one who paid for it, even though it says that. So you know,
Kirsche's her own fan, number 1.
I love that idea. Just troll.
Or are you trying to say,
everybody.
Craig? I'm sorry.
Well, so how long does this go up?
That's why we announced it early, so that as many honorable chatters who want to go see it can. It is up until the last day of July.
Okay. This is like an actual. It's not a digital billboard. This is an actual printed out.
Yeah. I have the physical printed one from last year in my garage.
Oh yeah,
sorry, garage.
Yeah, I did my garage.
Yes,
garage.
Okay.
Oh no, my Binary Mind corrected me. Apparently, it's up until August 2nd specifically.
Oh, excellent. Well, now we know, and knowing is half the battle. And I love that is the thing. I've been on a billboard once too. It was, but I had to pay for it. So we had an event a long time ago that I bought a billboard for. It was good. It was fun. It was a digital billboard. It wasn't nearly as cool as yours. But there is something that actually, as we're talking right now, I do have a vision for a billboard, which I think would actually be really, really good. And it involves the true star of the show, celebrating his birthday today, Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix.
How y'all doing?
That's a
Good.
giant cross.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
What's going on? Did you convert last night, or what's going on?
No. This is for today's competition, which I'm emotionally preparing myself for an incredible defeat for today.
Is it about to be like Devil May Cry versus Resident Evil?
No. It'll all make sense in a second.
Okay,
There, birthday
all
girl.
right, okay.
You and I, same birthday. Wow. Look at us.
Oh, wow, wow.
Who would have thought? Eh? All right.
That's spectacular. I love that. Well, I'll tell you what. I can do the intro and let everybody know we're live everywhere and all that stuff. And you need to subscribe and hit the thumbs up and all that stuff. And we're live on Kick and Twitch and Side Scrollers Plus and all. I can tell everybody that. But what we really need to do right now is, Phoenix, you need to tell everybody what today's showdown is, because it's about to get spicy.
It sure is. You're about to see the destruction of a human being. Everyone's against me today. Everyone. But I think that family may hopefully persevere. Here we go.
Today's showdown, in an effort to potentially break Phoenix, is Fast and Furious versus Lord of the Rings. Oh boy, oh boy, oh
Wait,
my,
does
oh
that
my.
mean that Phoenix thinks that Fast and Furious is better than the Lord of the Rings?
I am as I said, I am prepped for total annihilation. I'm prepped.
That's kind of insane.
I have already pissed off every fan. I knew Kirsche that was going to be your pick, so I've got that. I know Blabs also can't wait to watch me lose twice in a row. So I pretty much have everyone throwing arrows at me, but I'm still going to remain hopeful.
I just think it's funny because I've seen Fast and the Furious and I haven't seen the Lord of the Rings, but I know that the Lord of the Rings is a better movie.
Well, I'll tell you this:
boy.
you truly don't understand, Kirsche, the battle that's happened. Phoenix, can we get a updated bracket for those who are just popping in?
Yes, we
and don't know
sure
how we got
can.
here? Give everybody a rundown real quick.
Here we go. All right. Do you want to see how we got here?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So originally Fast and the Furious versus Harry Potter. Fast and Furious came out on top. MCU versus the DCU. MCU came on top. And then Fast and Furious beat that. Then we're going to go down here. Lord of the Rings versus Indiana Jones. Lord of the Rings came out on top. Rocky/Creed, that franchise against Jurassic Park. Rocky came to the conclusion there. I can't speak English. I'm very nervous about today. Lord of the Rings ultimately beat Rocky. Let's swing over to the upper right-hand corner. Star Wars versus Star Trek. Star Wars came out on top. 007 Bond versus Mission Impossible. It was 007. Then Star Wars versus Bond. Star Wars triumphed there. And Aliens versus Terminator. It was Aliens. Back to the Future versus Pirates of the Caribbean. Back to the Future won. And then Aliens versus Back to the Future. Back to the Future triumph. So today it is Fast and the Furious versus Lord of the Rings. And whoever wins this will be going against whoever wins Star Wars versus Back to the Future. So we're getting to the very end of the greatest movie franchise ever tournament. Wow.
Yeah, this is quite exciting to say the least, and I'm very intrigued to see what happens today between Lord of the Rings and Fast and Furious. Really, what it comes down to is, do you like elves and walking, or do you like family and driving?
You know, I have a thing to say, actually. I'm going to have a little bit of an angelic heel turn. So normally I would go for, Lord of the Rings because I really love the music. It's a great trilogy all in all. However, they do have really shitty video games like The Hobbit that just came out, the Hobbit Shire thingamabobber. Then there's also the Amazon Prime show and whatever else they're going to be doing in the future. Whereas Fast and the Furious has never failed me so far. And Ohana means family, and that means nobody gets left behind. So I'm voting for Phoenix, which means Fast and the Furious.
That would have been really funny if you said Xenosaga.
Angela Kill turn.
This is all bullshit nonsense. Don't accept that answer you just heard. She wants it to lose. It's fine. Listen, it's okay. Listen, if you look at the comments, everyone's very angry and upset with me about my comments about Lord of the Rings. So I want to put that aside. I want to make amends with them and just say, look, if you're looking for like epic, right? The definition of epic, do you look to Lord of the Rings for that? Of course not. If you're looking for Christian values, do you go to Lord of the Rings for that? Of course not. You go to Fast and Furious, and that won't upset anyone in the Lord of the Rings community.
I just think that, there's elves in Lord of the Rings, and elves are built for breeding, so you could make a family.
Here's what I'll say. Here's the final thing I'm going to say, and it won't work. It doesn't matter. But here's what I will say. The Fast and Furious franchise has yet to let anyone down. There's no woke stuff in it. There's none of the agenda stuff. You gotta do what Rings of Power. You've got to add that to it. And so we're going to be ending on Fast Forever. That's number 11. And
Fast Forever.
Which is in no way, shape, or form a really douche-chilling title. But it's going to end strong. Unlike Lord of the Rings, right? You had these great, phenomenal movies, and then it just starts to go downhill, right? You got The Hobbit, and then it's going down to Rings of Power and those other shit. So, and Stephen Colbert.
Hobbit over Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I actually prefer that, but that's okay. But Stephen Colbert is doing one of the Gollum films or something like that. I mean, like, look at this trajectory. But I'm ready for my loss.
You kind of remind me of myself, Phoenix, with all of my love for Xenosaga, because whenever traumatic things would happen as a child, I could just play Xenosaga. So it seems like maybe Fast and the Furious is like some nice safe haven from some trauma for you. And you know what? I respect that.
Well, I'm about to watch those movies tonight, Kirsche. Got a trauma dump. I'm ready.
Oh, no.
Kirsche, while you and Phoenix were talking about Lord of the Rings, I have conceptualized the next great billboard for side scrollers. And I mentioned it involves this guy who is a big Fast and Furious fan. So I'd like to showcase this right now. This is what our billboard will look like. And
your logo here.
That is in no way, shape, or form effeminate and gay. I love it.
We'll put it on the side of a building, a giant building.
Hold on, that's huge.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be great?
I want that big announcement to be pointing to my crotch. That would be awesome. Yes.
So that was the initial idea was for you to be like two hands, kind of looking right here. You know,
big announcement.
You got your legs spread. You know, you're just kind of pointing right at your junk. You know, I think that'd be great. Except the junk is the side scrollers logo.
I like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Good
and
Lord.
it's like eyes up here, ladies. You know,
there isn't a single lady looking in that area.
Well, listen, I do think, Kirsche, your billboard is vastly superior.
It's
to that.
wonderful. I love the colors on that.
I know, it's so pretty. Binary Mind did like the design of the actual billboard, and then the artwork is by Bond Paint. Bond Paint has done a lot of artwork of me. He's fucking fantastic. Love to see it.
Well, if anybody would like to do a billboard with Phoenix in front of a fire during Christmas as well, you absolutely can do that.
It just gets gayer and gayer, and I love it. Look at that flamer. Huh? I'm referring to the fire, Craig.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Phoenix. All right. You guys have today's Lord of the Rings battle with Fast and Furious is going to get, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You guys have a lot to say about this, so I'm very excited to see where this goes. Right off the bat, we have some massive support from Marmalin, who came in with $30. Says, happy birthday, Easter Bunny bitch Phoenix, and based as fuck grandma. Love the Foxu. I'll let Kirsche decide the fate of this money. Also, Lord of the Rings is great, but you have to take in all the franchise. This is true. All right. So, Kirsche, are you going with Lord of the Rings or out of spite?
As someone Phoenix probably loves says, everybody gets one. So let's put this one on Fast and the Furious.
Ooh, wow. I like that. That's awesome. Everybody gets one. Nice.
Thank you.
Speaking of 100, Bloopity Snoople says, let's hit the NOS at the start because we're going to need a head start for family. Let's go. Bloopity Snooples loves... Hey, Bloopity Snooples loves otters.
Bloopity Snooples is a great fucking name.
It's the best name, Kirsche. I love that name so much.
If we had a leaderboard of names of folks who watch side scrollers, Bloopity Snooples is a top fiver. Yeah, maybe
Hell
top
yeah.
3. Yeah. And Bloopity Snooples will get you on the wall. Also going to get Marmalin on the wall as well with 50. Says, I once again failed to mention Kirsch's birthday. I shall now eat for the week. I shall not eat. I shall not eat for the week with this donation to appease the Kirsche gods. Please forgive Kirsche. Love you. Kirk.
You know, I was considering not forgiving you, but you made Craig stutter really bad, so all is forgiven.
Listen, that's a day it ends in wine. Look at you all rollerblading. I love that.
I'm rolling, buddy.
Kurt, do you want to put that back on Fast and Furious, maybe, perhaps?
No, let's go Lord of the Rings now.
Ooh, okay, all right. Professor John Wolfman with $50 says, love you, Phoenix, but family can't stand up to fellowship.
That's all right, brother.
$50 for Lord of the Rings. Professor John.
Oh my God.
Thank you very
Looks
much.
like he's in yick. He's yicking out.
He's in the Virtual Boy.
He's in yick. Have you
While
seen
also
yick?
yicking.
Yeah, he's
Hell yeah.
yicking it, man.
No, I'm not familiar with what yicking means. but,
Loser.
I guess.
This guy doesn't know Game of the Century yick, dude.
Do not. Sorry about that. Well, let's see. We also have Alexander came in with 10, says Lord of the Rings brought up classics like the VeggieTales version, Lord of the Beans. I think it would be a perfect movie to introduce Foxu to. Lord of the Beans. That sounds like a porno, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, that does sound like a porn.
Insolent came in with 5, says, for the speedy and mad, family hits hard since it's one calendar month since mom died. Plus, if they put Dom in Lord of the Rings, it would be better. Imagine Toretto taking on the Balrog with Gandalf, using the large wrenches he took on Statham within 7. That's right. That'd be pretty good. Insolent
Yeah.
5 for that's excellent.
Thank you, and also sorry for your loss. Thank you very much. Also,
Absolutely. Sorry
You're
about
supposed
that,
to. You're supposed to do the YouTube thing where it's like, this guy's mom fucking died. Let's go. Craig apparently doesn't know that meme.
Not going to do that. No, no. But she did. Let's go. No. Book of Grudges came in, says, shut your filthy mouths. GameCube, PS2 era, Lord of the Rings. Oh, there I am. Kirsche, look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes.
Intense stare, bro.
Stare at me. Look at me right now.
God, I hate that last part.
Me too. It's so weird. Oh, AI is the devil.
If we put that billboard of me behind you while you're doing that, oh boy, I may just fold up and inside myself and die.
Create the black hole.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Book of Grudges says, shut your filthy mouths. GameCube, PS2 era, Lord of the Rings were great. All my everything for Lord of the Rings. If it loses, this whole chat is going in the book. Oh no. Not the Book of Grudges. That sounds horrible. The entire chat. Thank you very much for that, Book of Grudges, and hopefully we don't end up there. We also have, Kevithar came in with $100, says, there's no way or any game dev can erase the greatness. There's no way Amazon or any game dev can erase the greatness of Lord of the Rings. And if those count against family, lost Paul Walker 2 for Foxu and Xenosaga. I mean, Lord of the Rings.
True.
I mean, it's not a movie.
All right, sure. I'll put it on Xenosaga. You got it, brother. Here we go.
Kevithar right there with $100 ridiculous
Thank you.
dollars. That's insane right there. Let's see. We also have, good Lord, Crumbs. Are you kidding me? With $100. Says, before the great movies, there were even amazing books. Lord of the Rings, Crumbs. My goodness. Holy
Hey, yo,
crap.
this guy's old enough to remember books.
What an idiot. Sorry. Crumbs, that's awesome. Also awesome. Con Air with $100. Jesus Louise, guys. You guys are stupid today. Con Air says, there won't be family if there's no fighting furiously for Lord of the Rings, and happy birthday, Phoenix and Kerr.
Thank
that
you.
otter is so retarded and cute, and I want
love
to
him.
squish it.
Yeah.
Don't you just want to squeeze them? You just want to squeeze them so good. Blabs, while I get all this wonderful support on the wall, I would love if you read off a few supers. Or, you know what, even better, Phoenix, if you could, because I'm sure Blabs is calculating. So
Just so many.
yeah.
Okay, I
Spectacular.
go to these starred things here.
Yeah, go to the stop right there. Go to the top right there.
Okay,
Start a Retro
no,
Meister.
Let's
Let's see if Phoenix
Okay,
can
you know,
figure out how to do our
Winterfell
stuff.
for 50 says, it's about family, Fast and Furious all day. The went from stealing DVD players to saving the galaxy. Thank you very much. And here's a little bit of a Phoenix frolicking right there for you. I want to make sure we get the bigger ones first, Phoenix. I didn't mean to cut you off, but like you would never
She's
do that
size
one.
queening the supers.
Because like we're put him on the wall, right? So I want Craig to get Winterfell up right there. You got his name?
I do.
Okie dokies. Thank you very much, Winterfell. And there was another one somewhere. You guys are being kind of crazy. Did we get all the
stupid.
big ones? I think we got all the big ones right now. But let me start from the top then. Dune 5 for 5 says Lord of the Rings Supremacy. Munya Queen is right. Suck it, birthday boy. Oh, yeah.
Take the birthday boy.
$2 in Lord of the Rings in the name of Munya. That's 2 for Lord of the Rings right there. Heinefer, happy birthday to Phoenix and myself. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
The reference yesterday, always up for talking planes on or offline. Send contact info to Blabs. I saw it. It's in my little guest contact list. I just have to talk with the boss to see when we can actually have a little segment about plane talk and have you on.
Oh, the boss has now become a shelf.
Yeah.
That
Look at that.
guy,
Look, he's tracking the eyeballs of Toad.
that guy sounds like he wants to fuck planes, and that would make me feel very safe having him work on the plane. Like,
And the one who jumps off him.
engineers do a good job directly correlated with how much they want to fuck the machine they're working on. So you always want to find one that's like deeply in love with like planes or trains or whatever they happen to be working on.
Totally agree.
Greg, you give me that look, but you
100%.
know I'm right.
Listen, I've been to Asia. I've seen it.
They're going to be like, you touch my wife? No, I'm the only one who touches my wife. You're not doing repairs on her.
Jesus, that's honestly terrifying in a weird way, but I appreciate that. Also, Chet came in with $30. Says, "Let this be the hour when we draw swords together. Fell deeds awake. Now for wrath, now for ruin, and the red dawn. Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece to which nothing compares. Tolkien created a work of legends. Happy birthday, Kirsche." That's $30 for Lord of the Rings right there. Okay. We will get to the rest of your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Before we go too far, though, Phoenix, let's get early returns on this Fast and Furious. Or should we get early returns, Phoenix?
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just start getting prepped for this. Here we go. It is $184.99 for the Fast and Furious, $496.99 for Lord of the Rings, and I will remind you, I have little left. And this is it. You're taking the final drop for me. Everyone's betrayed me.
I
Everyone.
gave you one,
I
Phoenix,
did not.
all right?
I literally
Everyone.
said Fast and Furious.
Cool. What are we doing next, Craig? Thank you, Kirsche. Appreciate it.
Anyway,
you asked
I'm
for
just
two.
saying-
You asked for two. You begged for 2 losses. Begged
I don't know
for
what
it.
you're talking about. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just want to point out this Showdown is the
Next.
biggest one that we've seen so far because we're only 23 minutes in.
Yeah, I'm excited.
nuts.
Yeah, this is going to get nuts today, I feel. And one of two things can happen. Either Lord of the Rings and all the family who love Lord of the Rings, or sorry, all the Fast and Furious and all the family who love Fast and Furious will either claw back and fight like the true underdog it is, or Lord of the Rings will just totally crush and demoralize the man who has the glasses on screen today. Which
I'm
I think that will
prepared. I'm
probably
ready.
happen. Yes.
I'm ready. I'm good.
All right, we have a lot to get to today, and Kirsche, I'm glad you're here to talk about it. Once again, we will scroll some of your supers on the bottom of the screen. We'll obviously just know we appreciate any and all support you guys deliver our way. No matter how big, no matter how small, no matter if you're just showing up for the first time, we appreciate you guys being here and hitting that subscribe button. But we will do our best to read as much as we possibly can. With that said, friends, it is time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time
High news.
That's right.
That
Well,
Utah's
Kirsche-
the best every time.
I agree. That my boy Eric throwing out the sweet yeehaw. Now, this news came out just a couple days ago. I didn't look. We have apparently a black national anthem now, which is a thing.
Yeah, we've had it
They
forever
played
in
it.
football.
Yeah.
Some of the Colin Kaepernick taking the knee football
Mhm.
games.
Yep. This is a thing, apparently, which is trying to be forced. Also trying to be forced. Apparently, activists in California are demanding Black English be pushed on kids in preschool.
But that's just not knowing English. That's
Yeah.
just we've already eliminated any kind of standards as much as we possibly can. Now we just need to make illiteracy a new language.
The Black Californians United for Early Care and Education, the Black ECE, is part of a movement to challenge, quote, harmful language hierarchies and affirm Black English as legitimate, rule-governed language rooted in Black history, culture, and community.
You know what's absolutely ridiculous is that the UK has had this for many years, and you can actually go look at BBC Pidgin for the BBC in Pidgin English.
Oh,
I love BBC Pigeon. I used to read
See,
the
she
articles
knows.
all the time.
She knows.
Do you know the? It's basically like, do you know the way?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Yes, this digital news service launched by BBC World Service in 2017 to reach West African audience. Used
It's
the
doing
West
broken English.
So I 100% believe California is going to end up passing this Black English thing, considering the UK's had Pidgin English in news since 2017.
The movement also seeks to, quote, address how language bias shows up in early learning spaces and how it can be, there it is, dismantled.
It's just some
I
commie gobbledygook. They don't want people actually intelligent. Like this is just retarded. Right? Like, why would you want Black people to not be able to speak English as good as everyone else around them? That's like quite literally racistly trying to hold them back. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I hate commies.
Well, this lady
You know what
says,
I want to do? Can I just say something real quick?
yes, Phoenix, of course.
I want, I say we've been doing this all wrong. You know what? Let's actually just dig even deeper with these folks. I want to propose a bill that all furniture and doorknobs be lowered to that of midget height for our 0.00001% brethren of midget brothers and sisters. I want everything, countertops, you name it, like adorable height. We'll call it adorable height, where everyone has to sit on like little toy furniture, essentially, to make up for this small population. Everyone needs to change for the 10 midgets that live in whatever country we want to send it to. Can you please get behind this? Can we maybe make this happen?
You know what's really funny about you saying that is that a lot of furniture used to be lower than it is now. I actually got gifted a rocking chair that belonged to my grandmother 5 generations back. And the seat of this thing is like barely 6 inches off the floor.
Nice. All right.
was this like something that's from like Japan, where they like sit on the floor over there, or what?
No,
Or
no,
was this
it was
from a
my
land of
French
midgets?
side of the family.
Okay, all right. Well, let's take a look at this Black Californians United for Education, or whatever they're called, their website. Let's take a look at their leadership here. And by the way, website, they need a new domain master over here, as this is a broken ass website with all sorts of broken. You can see.
Are
these
you
broken
really
images.
surprised that the website where they're advocating for broken English is also broken?
You know, that's a wonderful point. I just want to point that out. Yeah. So let's meet the people who drive this. Together, they guide the mission of empowering Black Cal. By the way, at the borders, this stops. You go to Nevada, done. Only in California. Just want to point this out. Engage with our wisdom circle, comprised of community members and co-founders who help shape our work. Let's take a look at the wisdom circle over here as we can just make our way through this broken website. Here's the women in charge and women that make things happen. Yep, absolutely.
Oh, that makes sense. That's you can just see that she's just So hateable. Look at them.
Broken this. Oh, I'm gonna refresh. Maybe this has to be better. Okay.
Oh, you fixed it.
Yeah, just a little refresh.
Oh my god, it really is all women. What the fuck?
Yeah. Of course. Women in charge and women that make things happen. Good for it. By the way,
Wait, how come the woman who makes things happen is incredibly white passing? Both of them are very light skinned. Well, I heard something about light skin privilege. Maybe they need to check it.
I hear you on that, Kirsche. This is something we need to look into. I've heard that people were really upset then that you can be too light skinned or something. That's crazy.
Also, big question.
Mm-hmm.
How come the text on their website wasn't in Black English if that's what they're advocating for?
Good point. You're pointing out some little holes here. And maybe I was going to try to help them a little bit. Maybe this is black, quote unquote Black English over here. And maybe we're all speaking Black
Here's some of the
English.
shit we do.
Wow.
Here's some of the shit we does.
Let's see. Here's the board, and let's see who this lady is who's complaining about this in the wisdom circle over here.
Oh,
this
God,
this is the lady here.
The wisdom circle.
Yes, the wisdom circle. All just ladies who are upset about life right here.
Well, there's one guy there.
Country. Yeah.
One man was allowed in the wisdom circle.
That's the proper ratio. It's 1 to 7, right? In the wisdom circle here. So this is a thing. This is a thing where apparently. Okay, hold on. What is this, Blabs? Oh, this is the founding website. You want to see let's see what the founding.
Oh, they have a fucking video, bro.
Let's check it out.
Black women have long held the mantle of caregiving in America. It started during their time of enslavement and continued long past their supposed emancipation. And though this history is dark, don't be. Black women's caregiving is grounded in deep love of community. This legacy of love continues today.
I would just like to point out the how upset I am that they have the actual quote unquote English alphabet on the wall there.
Yeah, that's not realistic for what they're trying to do, man. It's not the real alphabet anymore.
I also am very upset that this 3-year-old has a Captain America shirt on.
Me too.
Right here. It should definitely not be celebrating America.
Fascinating that they're just like Black women are the de facto caregivers, and that's what they've been since enslavement times. But then it's like you look at some statistics from daycares, and it's like
everything about this is so divisive and insane to say that these people are doing this. And like I just go back to this story. This lady says she also remembered how speaking Black English is full of slangs and grammatical errors, so it came with a lot of embarrassment. Well, yeah, because would you like what first off, what exactly does that mean, right? It means that you're speaking a not full version of quote unquote actual English, right? You are just speaking an ineloquent version of English, an actual proper version.
Slang is fine, and like making up your own terms for stuff, that's fine. But when you're trying to teach children, you need to teach them the actual English language. And the better someone's grasp on the English language, the more eloquent they're going to be with substituting words for other words, or like I do, I mispronounce things on purpose all the time because it's fun. They're not going to be able to do that if they don't actually know the language. This is just setting up kids for failure, and it's incredibly sad to see. I know pushing failure as progress is exactly what communists do, but it's just infuriating to see.
I'm curious is what exactly, here we go. This used to be called Ebonics. I believe that's what it used to be called, right? Do you guys remember that phrase?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, let's see.
Is that racist now? Can we not call it Ebonics?
I don't know, but this is an example. I just looked up for Black English example here, and this is what I found here.
Hey man, John is 10 minutes away. John said that he will be here in a minute. He's gonna pick me up in his Cadillac Escalade. He just got a new one that's red. He let me know that he's gonna pick me up at the library. He told me that he must go pick up his wife, because he said she has to go to the hospital. So I told him to just drop me off at Walmart. Versus when we're not politically correct.
Okay. Are you ready to be somewhat floored? Because I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm kind of excited. If I'm being totally honest with you. Let's see.
What the heck, Greg?
I'm kind of excited for this.
Hey man, you know Black said he'll be here, man, in about 30 minutes to an hour. He said he need to go make a play, and then he said after that, he said it be him, you know what I'm saying, the baby mama, you feel me? And she need to go to the hospital, you know what I'm saying, for a checkup and everything. Then he said after that, you know what I'm saying, he'll take me wherever I want to go. I just told her, you know what I'm saying, drop me off at the corner, you heard me, you know what I'm saying? I just walk from here, you know what I'm saying?
And that's still 100% more understandable than when you get an Indian on tech support.
You know, what's funny is that he more or less sounds like Smokey from the Friday movies. That's pretty much it, you know? Well, we'll see if that's going to be the next. I guess the United States doesn't have enough quote unquote official language, right? English has always been the underlying thing, but the idea is, and I think that's part of the problem, right? Is that
I think it was like the United States always had English as its main language, but because it was never officially written down anywhere until Trump made it so, everyone got to be like, actually, you guys don't have a main language, and that's why you need to put signage in 37 other languages for other people. So it's also tiresome.
I don't think that's like, it's not official by any means that English is the official.
I mean, it is now. Trump decided it was. He signed an executive order. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, it came back in. It was one of his executive orders.
Like, which was my problem, right? Because like prior to him making it official, obviously English was our main language, but you had all of the freaks on the left being like, actually, it's not official, so it's not. And it's like, that's like going to France and saying French isn't the official language.
Yes, it is the official language. According to USA.gov, English is designated as of March 1st, 2025.
I didn't know that. I was like, get rid of this bullshit. Can we get rid of this bullshit and take all of them with it? Just get rid of all of them. All of them get the fuck out.
Making a joke with that. I didn't notice it was a joke because so many people actually say that the US doesn't have an official language and they genuinely mean it.
Now we know. And
yeah, no, all these people need. All of them need to go. The ones that want to that love this country and want to better it and keep their culture, which is wonderful, that's fine, but also embrace the culture that's been here since its inception. Great, stay. We'd love to have you. We'd really love to have you. Everyone else, please go. I'm to go. No, take out the please. Get the fuck out right now. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate that. Chet came back with $20. Says this is why Lord of the Rings is better than Fast and Furious. It doesn't have Kirsche doing King Theoden's speech. Here we go. We have this from, let's see, just a second. Oh, look, Kirsche, did you know that you get a warning on your videos?
I do.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. I have tags on my videos specifically to make sure that, because like on Twitch, you have to put content warnings on your content or else you risk getting banned for not labeling your content correctly. And the ones that I have, they make it so ads don't run on my channel. So thumbs up, no ads.
Oh wow. Well, let's see what he's talking about here.
Splintered, a sword day, a red day, ere the sun rises, right now.
So you could just do that for about 8 hours a day, Kirsche, and you would be so unbelievably wealthy.
I used to have a redeem when I was smaller that was like an ASMR redeem, and people who were new to the channel didn't know that it wasn't really ASMR, so they would like request to say really weird things, and I would like whatever voice I happened to decide I wanted to, or sometimes people who were like regular chatters would request a voice to have it be read in.
T-Mac Burninator says, you keep calling it a movie franchise competition, but then you always expand it to other media and TV shows. Which is it? Anyways, here's Nashville. Xenosaga sweep. Just kidding. Put this on Lord of the Rings. T-Mac Burninator.
How much was that for?
All 10. That's all of the stuff. Insolent says, and then imagine the crew coming over the hill at Helm's Deep, Gandalf in tow, Tokyo drifting through orcs before taking on Saruman. Dom using the Plantier to tell Sauron they're coming for his ass. 5 more for Final Fantasy. Then he says the final scene would be Letty helping Frodo get to Mount Doom. I guess Doom, a Dom, and kicking Gollum into the lava with the ring while Dom banks his charger off the mountain to do a burnout on Sauron's big eye as Barad falls. So yeah. But okay, Insolent is going for Final Fantasy, and we now are
Fast and Furious. So that's 5.
I got so confused. I was like, what is happening?
I know. I just say words and I say them poorly. This is not. I will say this as best I possibly can. Wolfle came in with Blabs.
Oh,
$100. While I love Lord of the Rings, I love being an instigator and agitator more. Give this money to Fast and Furious and give me your hate in return. Let's go.
Thank you, Waffle.
Waffle? How would you hate that otter? Why would you do that? No one's going to hate you for that otter. That's wonderful. Waffle, thank you very much. Let's get you on the wall, my dude. Spectacular. Well, good Lord. All right. I have more for us here. But before I do, I need to put Wolf on the wall. Phoenix, why don't you read a couple real fast with Wolf on, and then we'll...
Okay. Well, am I doing the starred ones here?
Yes. Always the starred ones.
Okay. You have to. This setup makes this very difficult. Okay.
I got it, Phoenix. Let's move on to our next story. Here we go. Hey, Kirsche, what do you think of a man who has this body?
I mean, he's a little too ripped, but like he's cute, I guess.
Yeah, well, he's also dead. Congratulations. Looksmaxxing YouTuber Connor Murphy has passed away at the age of 31.
I watched his fucking last video. That dude was crazy. I want to know what drugs he was on.
Okay, speaking of that last video, Phoenix, have you seen this?
No, I don't typically watch this gentleman's content.
You don't tune in for the Looksmaxxing content, Phoenix?
No.
Oh, he looks way healthier in this picture than he did when I was covering him the other day. Like, his face was just, like, Skeletored out of its mind. He looks like he could be in Dawson's Creek in this image.
Uh-huh. And then you have this right here. Phoenix, be ready. This is the last video this guy ever did.
I'm just trying to remind myself because I'm really high. Oh, it's getting weird. Oh.
Yeah, he's on drugs.
As somebody who's never gotten high before, is this what it's like?
No, this is like acid or some shit. I don't know what he's on, but he's on something. And I didn't see this vid. I saw one where he was like in his kitchen or something, and the last thing he said before the video cut off was like, too many of you have an unhealthy fear of death or something. And I was like, that's fucking ominous. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, let's see what potentially led.
I thought his last words would be like, I'm going to go swimming, right? Because then he drowned.
Yep.
I feel like I'm dying every second.
Like, what is happening?
Boy, we really lost a legend.
Yeah.
So I'm just making this video so I can like watch it and remind myself, fuck, pinch myself. Am I dreaming? Is it real?
Mr. Walk down me, I'm the walkway. Fuck you.
Yeah. Wow. Like I mean, you hear about people getting high, but I've never seen anybody. I mean,
no, genuinely, like I think this is like DMT because the way that he's acting in this video reminds me of drinking out of cups.
Wow.
Okay. Just filming this for me. Okay. It's the camera roll. Don't post this one. Okay. Reminder. Connor, reminder. Don't post this one.
I guess he did post it, which is how we got it. And yes, this guy.
And he's like, Connor. Okay. I linked you the one that I watch, and it's from a channel called Connor Murphy. Is that his name?
Connor Murphy, correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm saying I don't know anything about this guy. Like my first introduction to him was finding out he died. So
this was 8 days ago. Wow. Okay. Elon Muscular.
So high definition.
This guy had 2 million subscribers.
Yeah, 2 million subscribers. I've never heard of him.
Well, hold on. 2 million subscribers, 1,000 likes. Okay. But I do feel like we do need to take this clip here and use it on the show whenever we have a bunch of new information.
Why does he look like Michael when he does that?
I'm absorbing.
Sorry,
We're absorbing information.
I'm absorbing. What's up, Labs?
In that freeze frame that you had paused it on, it looked like Michael, like Rum Michael, just a little bit.
He does have a little bit of Michael going on. Yes, he also looks like he's about to murder.
His
pound of
face
puppy.
has like such a fucked up shape.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like these guys. At the end, at their core, they are so unbelievably insecure. For them to be able to do this stuff to them and want to mess with your like at no point ever in society has this been thought of as like been super attractive.
I also just like to point out that like back in the day, lots of dudes would get on the fucking what is it called? The like I'm so fucking stupid with when you go to the doctor, plastic surgery, they would get on like the Korean women for getting like tons of plastic surgery. And they're like, that's basically lying. But now we have this and that like clavicular chuckle fuck who are both just like, we're going to hit our bones with hammers and shit. And we're going to Looksmaxx. And it's like, well, no, you're just lying about your genes now. Like, what are you doing?
I understand the idea of wanting to look your best and feel your best. I think everybody, that's admirable. But
but like we have decades of plastic surgery to prove that clearly isn't helpful.
No. And at the end of the day, it comes down to folks' insecurities, right? And that's what these guys are. They're just extremely insecure, and they're doing what they can. I mean, when you bust out the hammer to put it on your face, just saying. At that point, you've crossed over to, and on top of that, like you've got young dudes who are looking at this going like, yeah, I'm going to do this. That's just
losing anything.
It also feels like incredibly astroturfed, right? Because like I had also never heard of clavicular aside from him hitting his face with hammers. And then suddenly he was going to like these big parties in Florida with all of these other really large streamers and people like Nick Fuentes. And it's just like, this dude hit his face with hammers. How the fuck is he doing anything with these people? What the fuck?
The clavicular guy is interesting because he was blowing up because at the end of the day, they were boosting him with all the bots and the clips and everything.
Yeah.
And
like an artificial, man.
So artificial. So like, just like his face, just like his body. It's all fake, And it's funny because when he streams to a smaller audience than we do. And
that's crazy.
Right. Which is like when you've been propped up that much and hundreds of thousands of dollars have been spent on you by Kick. Admittedly, that's their words, not us. And you're pulling his audience still large, let's be clear. But when you've been propped up that much and social media has been used to elevate you and
you have a smaller audience than this channel. It's like you kind of not meant for this trajectory. Right.
So
where's my hundreds of thousands of dollars, Kick?
Right. Kick. Where's it at? Kick. No. Well, this guy's dead. Unfortunately, he drowned. Fitness influencer died drowning in Thailand at the age of 32. Local media reports he went on a rampage, painting the interior of the luxury rental apartment, rolled around on asphalt, and then walked into the lake. Which
that video that I linked you when he like goes away and it zooms in on like his stomach and shit. Right before that, you can see that his ass has a ton of bruises on it. And my chat was saying that it's probably from steroid injections.
It's at the end, you said, or
no. I think it's somewhere in like the middle of the video. Like he backs up and like you can see his stomach. Yeah. Somewhere around there. So like right there.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I definitely see that. And yes, 100%. Probably. Look, there's a difference between like the human growth hormone and just pumping yourself full of roids. Going the old Arnold Schwarzenegger horse worms. Horse stuff. But yeah, we have a video of like this is this Taiwanese lady from TMZ here.
And fun fact, the house was like 22 million baht, which is about 660,000 US dollary doodles.
Wow. Quite thing. Apparently he's floating out there. They blurred the body. Is he just floating upside down in this lake?
Yeah, he went like after he rampaged the house, he ran into the lake and just swam until he exhausted himself, and that's how he drowned.
This seems like a good state of from a mental standpoint. What was going on?
Yeah.
You know, just this by itself.
Kind of looks like a bird.
Yeah, it looks like an
And
eagle.
maybe it's Phoenix. He was rising. The Phoenix is rising.
Aw, I like that was the last thing he drew. That's very nice. Thank you.
I think what's also
Tribute.
interesting is that his girlfriend was there with him.
Oh, wow.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like the One Direction guy, Liam Payne, going nuts and like killing himself. Basically, he jumped off the balcony. He was loaded up on drugs and everything.
About that guy.
And he jumped off the balcony, like the second floor balcony, and killed himself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this was like 2 years ago.
Kids, don't do drugs. Let's not don't do that stuff. That's bad for you. You do that. You look max, and then you dead max over here. Congratulations.
Don't do that. Do not dead max.
Don't do that. All right, let's go ahead and move on. But before we do, we got a couple supers we need to hit. Guys, thank you again for your outstanding support. Zeldgear came in with 20, says, I love Lord of the Rings, but I've never been disappointed by Fast and Furious for family. Let's go.
Thank you.
That's excellent. Also, just came in, Richard says, hey, check this out. Munya, this is for Lord of the Rings. Let's go. Thank you very much. Appreciate that support. It's excellent. Patrick came in with 20, says California tried this with Ebonics in the 90s. I understand that new languages spawn from different dialects branching off of the parent language, i.e. Latin, all the time, but Black English is just bad English.
I didn't know that they actually tried making it official in the 90s too. I guess, I was like a fucking baby, but
Ebonics. Yeah, that's crazy. Man, we're going to look back on 2020 as this literally this year, this spot, this landmark year.
If we win, right?
Turning
because
point.
if we don't win, if we don't win, the history books will be like 2020 was finally the time where common sense ruled and we did things to elevate the disenfranchised.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Kellen Wagner came in with $49.99. Says, "Woe to the vanquished Phoenix! Whoa! Oh wow! Look at this! All right,
yeah, hell yeah!
Let's go! Woo. This is great. Woo.
So, I'm the passenger princess. Why do I have a sword instead of a gun?
Because it's the Showdown competition. It's Fast and the Furious versus Lord of the Rings, and that was made by Ember Paradox. She sent it over like 20 minutes.
Thank you,
That's
Ember.
Really cute. She's banging them out with those AI clips, man.
Everyone should follow Ember on Twitter and YouTube. Thank you.
I'm gonna pull out that sword and stab someone through the passenger window.
She's like, Lord of the Rings wins.
Where's the gun in Lord of the Rings?
Thank you very much, Kellen. Appreciate that. That goes to Lord of the Rings right there. Stuffer So Proud also says, okay, Amy's here. Amy's, here's your test. Fast and Furious, Lord of the Rings. Amy, you choose.
I'm going to choose Fast and the Furious for 10.
It just went to Lord of the Rings.
Why are they calling you Emmy?
Because I look like Emmy Rossum.
Which she does, by the way. Yeah. You
She's
pull it
an
up,
actress, singer.
Is she the lady in Shameless?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do kind of look like her.
Yeah,
no,
I'm Emmy Rossum, but at home. So, I'm like to know Emmy Rossum. So, anyway, you put that why did you put that on Lord of the Rings?
Because that's where it belongs.
I said
You're
Fast
lying.
and the Furious, though. I literally
Next.
pledged allegiance to family. I'm putting it. I have control of the super chat thing too. Bam, taking that out and getting rid of that 10 there. Oh,
Okay.
suck it.
Marmalin came in with 20. Says Phoenix's grandma has continued to be proven right daily while watching this show. She needs to come back and just to call him a toe gap again. Kirsche, I don't know if you've heard the story about Phoenix's grandma. Have you heard this?
I've heard
before?
the stories about your mom watching the show and being confused at things that I say. I haven't heard about Phoenix's grandma.
Well, Phoenix's grandma, incredibly based. And
so
at one
based
point-
and
yes.
way ahead of the curve. She knew things before I did.
Are we about to just cut to Phoenix wearing like a babushka outfit?
That is actually what's coming up next, Kirsche.
Just a real fast PSA for the chats. If you are having stream issues, please refresh. Thank you.
Okay.
Rumble keeps freezing.
You are now free to move out the chat.
Well, I'll tell you what. While before Phoenix, before you tell that story, which Kirsche needs to hear, if there are any chat issues, let me just go ahead and do this before we move on. And that is to let everybody know that today's episode, once again, brought to you by our friends over at Rumble Wallet. There's a QR code on your screen. I would encourage you to scan it right here. I would love if you scanned it and then took the $10 that you will get by scanning that and then using the promo code Scrollers10 and then go over to somebody over at Rumble and give them that $10. Because what Rumble is doing when you download the Rumble Wallet app is they're looking to give you $10 free to try out Rumble Wallet. That's it. It goes right on with a USA Tether is what it's called. It's a crypto coin, which will go directly onto Rumble Wallet, your account. And after you get it set up, use that promo code Scrollers10. That is the numerals 10. And then you can go in and check it out for yourself. So once you have that, you download it, check it out, use the promo code, get your $10. Then you can use it on anybody on Rumble you want. Do not use it on us. Use it on anybody else over on Rumble but us, because we want you to support the culture and other people growing and make their day. We would really appreciate that. So once again, scan the QR code on your screen, download the Rumble Wallet app, check it out for yourself. And once again, use the promo code Scrollers10. Thanks to Rumble Wallet for supporting our show. They support us. Please consider supporting them. That was a loud gasp. What's going on?
I looked at my phone and I saw that Andrew Ditch, the Poopsquatch, has been arrested. Oh my God.
What?
So there's a guy named Andrew Ditch, and he is, I guess, a very famous lolcow. And I don't know everything about him, but he likes to poop his pants and then call the police and ask them to clean his diapers. And he's also tried to kill his parents several times. His mother is very, very old and has like certain health conditions, and he's tried to kill her via like loading her food with laxatives or using an incense burner that like suffocates her, basically. And I guess he's just been arrested like an hour ago.
Well, let's take a look at the video. Oh, this is from 2020, by the way. This says 3/13/2020. So let's see what I got.
I asked to have it for my.
All right, Andy, stand up and put your hands behind your back.
I'm calling my lawyer.
Stand up and put your hands behind your back, or else you're going to be charged for resisting. Stand up and put your hands behind your back, or else you're going to be charged with resisting arrest.
I didn't do anything.
Stand up right now. Stand up.
He pretends to be autistic, by the way. It's okay to laugh. It's not real.
He's not real? This is all fake?
It's not. He doesn't actually have autism. He pretends to, so he can call the cops and have them clean his poopy diapers.
Wait.
Based.
I
Kidding.
agree. I concur.
I don't know why the date says that, because apparently this is just an hour ago. Maybe the cops like didn't change the date on their body cams. I don't know.
Okay, that doesn't seem like a very good idea. Let's go back to him beating himself up.
Stand up. Stand up.
You're abusing me.
Well, that's what happened.
I want to die because you don't want to help me.
Put your hands
I
behind your
want to
back.
fucking die first. You're going to
Put
have
your
to
hands
shoot
behind
me.
your
You're
back.
going to shoot me. You're going to
Stop
shoot
it.
me. You're going to shoot
Stop.
me. Shoot me because I did that for relaxing.
And the cops are used to him asking this or acting this way, which is why that guy is just like, you just need to stand up. You know, you can just stand up and let me take you in. Like, he's so fucking done because he's so used to this guy.
Now, apparently, this was from 2020. That video in particular.
Really?
So, yes. So apparently, it's there's more of this. I just keep going back to this idea that so he poops, and then he calls the cops, and he expects them to change his diaper.
He's actually gotten kicked out of hospitals for attempting to do the same thing.
You know, the big problem here is actually the space he lives in. Did you see that pigsty? Like, him and Asmongold should compete for messiest places. Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm not
I don't
sure
know,
what you were
like-
expecting with a pants shitter, though. To be
Fair,
fair.
fair. But still, we should have a showdown. Who's the messier one, Asmongold or?
Ah, good.
I don't
like
know
that.
if he's
Good
a
showdown.
hoarder or his parents are hoarders. I have no idea. I've learned about this individual from watching Medicare streams. I don't know the person personally.
Okay. We do a video of him getting arrested. This is
Like
just-
current video. Why didn't they
Yeah.
post that? Why'd they post the 2020 one?
I got it. Let's see. This is from 1 day ago. Okay. This says Andy Ditch and the oil diffuser incident.
Yeah, this was
2020.
when he tried killing his mom with the oil diffuser. So that was 2020.
Okay. Well, so I'm so my first thought is that this guy votes. Right? This guy
remembers to vote?
I mean, I have so many questions about this guy. So many questions about this guy. And like once again, the biggest thing here is that I think of this guy calling the cops, going, "You need to change me," and then like just lifting his legs over his head and just being like, like, don't forget to wipe the cracks. Like, oh God.
He's also an alcoholic, which is fun.
Shocking.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Well, hopefully we get new body cam footage then, because what the heck?
We can only hope. We can only hope. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Society is fucked. All right.
That's it. We live in a society. That's it. That's
we do. We live in a society. We do live in a society. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. You know what? I do want to talk about this. We have a friend of the show, Kangmin Lee. Did you see him and Hasan Piker got a little squabble over the weekend?
Probably not. Favorite?
Yes. Okay. So did you see? Okay, Hasan Piker and Kangmin Lee got a little squabble over here. This was, I guess, Kangmin was talking about Hasan Piker, and this is what Piker said about Kangmin.
Most do not assimilate into America's founding or love the country. They bring subversive ideologies that cater to foreigners rather than native citizens. Both myself and Francesca Hong are American born. I would go
anchor baby
in a lineup.
Oh, we're going to get to that. Yep.
Where, white patriots were going to decide who's more American, me or this fucking guy. I suspect that the ones that haven't seen me on Fox News would probably point to me and say, well, that's the real American, right? So it's really strange.
Is he retarded? Is he because
yes.
If he wants to like actually direct his ire towards, because he's saying like the white patriots, what he really means is probably people who are racist. If they're genuinely racist, they will be able to tell he is Turkish and not white.
Right. And by the way, as somebody who was just in Turkey a month ago, that is no thank you. I have no interest in going back to Turkey anytime soon.
So Hasan Piker, he just raised $54,000 for Francesca Hong.
Like, who do you think?
I love that
white
picture.
nativist?
I love that picture so fucking much. They just cut off his head.
Right.
Would think is like a real American.
The Asian, like
you can
literally
put that
no
cross behind
content.
you all day, baby boy. In a lineup between you and I, who do you think these irrational reactionary forces that you are so desperately caping for? Who do you think they're going to look at and be like, well, we got to pick one of the two? No hat, of course. It's so funny.
Retarded.
Why are your ops always people that would have been bullied at your school?
This is my favorite one right here. This idea that conservative, apparently, people are the ones who were bullied at school. And he's about to just say something that is so off the ball crazy. I honestly can't believe it. Yeah.
You just identified a big chunk of, the resentment coming from the far right. They've always been fucking nerds. Bros, accent at points is indistinguishable from more Pegasus. I know, they got that internet accent. Yeah, failed theater kids.
Failed theater kids.
He's calling the right failed theater kids? I don't think
Right.
you can find someone on the right in theater classes. What the fuck?
No. Honestly, it's. I mean, when I think of theater kids, do I think of strong people? No, I think of the blue-haired, nose ring.
Man, even when I was in high school and I was like the outcast because I was like fucking muscle goth rollerblading lesbian, right? Not actually a lesbian, but but like even myself was like, them theater kids, something ain't right with them. Like
Well, that's apparently what he called Kangmin Lee. And but by the way,
fucking crazy.
I do want to point out that this is an actual picture of Hasan Piker riding a horse as a teenager here.
What a fat fuck.
This was his upbringing right here, which is just amazing. Now, Kangmin actually has responded to this, which everyone loves, a little good back and forth between friends of the show and Hasan Piker. Let's see what he had to say. I have not pre-screened this, by the way, so let's see what happens.
You're a Islamo-communist. You're a champagne socialist. You're a LARPing revolutionary who makes millions of dollars LARPing for this cultural revolution, this communist revolution, and the safety of your $1 million mansion with no threat to your life whatsoever. And then whenever you're confronted in public, whenever people ask you for a debate, you block them, you scurry away, you tremble when the Department of Treasury subpoenas you because objectively you were going to countries like China and Cuba and acting as a political operative there. Yeah, you're a traitor. You're a traitor. So Americans will prefer me, an immigrant who loves America and wants to preserve America, versus a outspoken traitor and a foreign operative.
100 fucking.
Yeah, absolutely. And this, Phoenix, this goes to what you were saying earlier. Like, if you assimilate, if you're on board with what's going on over here, nobody has any issues. If you're out of the culture, hey, come on, let's go. Let's go. You want to be American? Let's make it happen.
Every American deserves a roof Korean by their side.
Hell yeah.
That's what you are. So don't come here and tell me that I'm a theater kid and I'm bending over backwards to win the approval of far-right radicals.
By the way, I love that theater kid is an insult.
I love that it's an insult, and I also love that Piker is for some reason just like completely blind. I know Kangmin's Korean, right? But we just had months of like Japan and English Twitter coming together and being like, "We're fucking best friends, bro. What up?"
Right.
So like, it's even more out of touch that he'd be like, "Who do you think they're gonna pick, you or me?" It's like, obviously fucking the Korean. What are you talking about?
Right. Phoenix, you're gonna say?
I just don't. I keep going back to this very reoccurring thing of, are they literally medically retarded? There isn't. I don't know someone who's been in the arts his whole life. I don't know one conservative. This would be arguably the problem I've been saying forever. One conservative in any arts to any capacity anywhere. So to call them theater kids is hysterical. I mean, like, again, when Hasan says this to his audience, Kirsche, maybe you can help me. What are they here? Is it just blah, 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 and they just clap? Because they would know in their life experience that's not true. The conservative was the football jock. The conservative was the guy who wore who wanted to do debates, was into business, things like that. Never the arts. If you look at everything that has been produced on television, Hollywood, you name it, books, newspapers,
it's been a
everywhere.
detriment to us that we have had more people on the right in the arts. But it's like, how could you when every single teacher in the arts would have just denigrated that person?
Let's go see how this finishes up. And yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. I don't know if I've ever met somebody who's in the arts that actually leaned right ever, or even centrist, like
ever.
Yeah. But hey, let's just throw out the term.
And all I want to do is preserve America as it's traditionally understood before the 60s as a country for Americans, built by Americans for Americans. Meanwhile, you're out here complaining and reminiscing, crying about how traumatized you are when you're younger because you're fat and smelly. You're bullied excessively. So now all you can do to cope with your insecurity and inferiority complex is to roid out with your small head. Roid out, act like you're the Joe Rogan of the left.
I think it's really funny.
As you read your communist...
Because Koreans are known for having large heads, so that makes it even funnier. My friend Tim, his mom is South Korean. She immigrated here when she was like 14, and she said, "Never have kids with a Korean man because they will break you. Their heads are enormous."
Is that on the way in or on the way out there, Kirsche? Legit question.
On the way out. The
okay.
baby will break you. And I was like, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Good Lord.
I'm sorry to keep harping on this, but like there's a real reason. Like to me, this is not a light point. I'm really trying to understand this. You are saying theater kid. You're seeing this constantly from that side. They are saying things that are, I mean, easily to detect lies. They don't make any sense.
I mean, that's kind of how they always have operated, right? Like they just say shit. It doesn't have to be real. And then enough people repeat it that it becomes a thing.
But it's clear. Like, so it's like, I stand with the homeless while I'm decked out in jewelry, I'm eating caviar. And they're not seeing, I don't understand. I'm trying to understand that audience. I'm really understanding. Are they actually retarded?
Phoenix, you're talking about the same people who genuinely believe that a man can magically turn into a woman. Of course, they're going to say things that don't make sense.
I don't think people are getting how much I'm confused on this. Like, I understand why. I understand like social pressure, but you're sitting here. You have your own experience because you are one of those theater kids. You're sitting there and you're like, he just called the right theater kids. And like, where? Like, but where? And make this theater kid anything you want. Any statement that they're saying is so just completely hypocritical to what they're actually saying. And I'm trying to understand that there's no movement from that side. There isn't anyone that's raising their hand going, what?
Well, yeah, because as soon as they raise their hand and they question it, they're going to be othered, right? Like, how dare you speak out of turn? That's not what we do here, comrade.
That's right.
But so they just have to eat the slogans. They are.
But they're just fodder at this point. There's no redeeming anything.
This is what happens when you're completely demoralized. You will accept anything regardless of how far outside of reality it is, and you will just clap along with it.
Like, think about that, Phoenix, though. The idea that, look, we've established they don't know what a man and know what a woman is, right? And these are his audience is the theater kid, like to its core, right? And when you talk about thinking for yourself, he's going, look, his entire audience is a bunch of failed theater kids, whatever, right? And there's these theater kids in his audience being like, they're not even questioning this idea that, like, well, no, I was in theater. I went to art school. I have a degree in painting. And yeah, you know what? My classes were not filled with giant conservatives who, like, these people truly are imbeciles. I mean, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Do you kind of remember how like some more right-leaning content creators ended up like disavowing their entire audience, being like, I regret all of this content I made. That wasn't, who I was. That's not who I am. That big trolls remorse kind of stuff. So the word grifter was successfully applied to these people because they were lying about things that they believed in order to make money from an audience that they didn't give a shit about. So now we have this climate of like anyone who is to the right of Mao is called a grifter, not because they are a grifter, but because that was the pattern that was established previously. So when we have Hasan calling people theater kids, they look at the conservatives correctly pointing out people on their side are theater kids, and they're very performative. That's all they know how to do. They're acting. They don't actually have empathy. They don't have suicidal empathy. They're just empty vessels who swallow slogans and act based on what they're supposed to do, being told to them by their higher ups, I guess, whoever they deem to be like the voice of the communist people at the time. And they glom onto that and try to shoot it back at you as you're being performative. And it's like, no, this isn't performative. None of us are theater kids. That wasn't the way it was originally used in the first place. It wasn't just because it's performative. It's because you went to be a theater kid. You learned how to act, and now you can't act like a normal human being.
You know what I also love about this, by the way, with Kangmin, is that he's calling out something that everybody's seen and everybody knows, but nobody's mentioned. And that is the blatant, clear steroids that Hasan is using and has used to make up for his pudgy little teenage years over here. He's the epitome of the he probably watches the Connor guy who drowned himself.
I had no idea he was taking steroids.
Oh my gosh. Yes, definitely.
As you read your Communist Manifesto, you don't even understand it. And you're too smooth-brained to even understand what I'm trying to say. That's why you blocked me. That's why you cower in fear behind the block. I'm not a troll. I engage in good faith most of the time. And I call out your hypocrisy and your subversive ideologies. And yes, objectively, it doesn't matter if you're paperwork American. There's no magic dirt. You being born in America does not make you an American.
True.
You must be one descendant of Americans, and at the very least, assimilating into American culture for generations. You don't magically become an American just because you're born in American soil. Because you're born in America on American soil doesn't make you more of an American than me. I'm a naturalized American citizen. I have the paperwork. Whose paperwork is more legitimate? It's an absurdity.
And he's right.
Yeah, he talks about this idea of, you may have been born here, but you aren't an American. I think we've all kind of seen that with these people who are revolting, who are upset, and all this idea that people not celebrating July 4th because they're just so not proud of where they live. And we've giggled about this, but I'm dead serious when I say I want to do a show where we offer people a way out. I want to buy them a plane ticket. I want them to revoke their citizenship.
That would be fascinating.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, by all means, here's $2,000 to start your new life. Here's a plane ticket out. Revoke your citizenship. Go where you want. Or here's a ticket to Russia or wherever you want to go, or Cuba, or and by all means, take it or leave it. And what, 99 out of 100 will say no. Probably more.
It's like whenever I talk about how it's kind of ridiculous how many foreigners we've allowed positions of politics in our country. And it makes me sad that it seems the majority of foreigners who want to get a place in American politics are those like Mamdani or Ilhan Omar, who want to destroy the country, and less like someone like Lily Tang Williams, who's like, I'm grateful to this country. I love America. I'm glad that I'm here instead of being oppressed under like Maoist doctrine. Like, why are there so many who want to come here to destroy it instead of try to enrich it? And it's like, we don't have any way to deal with that, because we have to work within the framework of the law, and they just don't care about the law. And since they hold all of the judicial institutions, they don't have to care about the law. And this is why I get so, I guess, ass pained, because it's like, what good is our Constitution if it leads to our country just falling apart? Right? Like something needs to give somewhere. We can't just be suicidal.
Well, we've seen people talk about on the show, people who watch our show, they say they're black-pilled or whatever. And Phoenix, your message is do not be black-pilled, right? Things are...
Yeah, don't be black-pilled.
Right. So
there's no benefit to it. There's no benefit to it at all.
Like, as soon as you black pill and you give up and you say, fuck it, I'm not even going to try, that's when they win. They want you demoralized. They want you giving up. They don't want you fighting back against them.
Well, we will see where this goes with Kangmin and Hasan. And obviously, I love Kangmin just going in, letting them know what the reality is with the situation. And you know who's going to hear it? Not Hasan Piker or his audience. That's the cold hard truth of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Question, Kirsche, would you be interested in? Have you been following soccer at all?
No, I don't like sports ball.
You don't like sports ball?
No.
Maybe you'll like this, one of the stars of sports ball, though.
Is it the caveman?
It's the guy from Norway.
Yes.
Yes. Are you a fan of this guy here?
I love Grog.
He has one of the most liked tweets in history. This was just him looking like Brock Lesnar. This is 2.6 million.
Holy shit.
Million likes. This is after they beat Brazil. He just tweeted a picture of himself in the locker room and just well after they upset him. A lot of people have compared him to a particular Dragon Ball Z character.
I've seen the memes. It's so good.
Yep. Did you know he's also a serious gamer, according to GameStop or GameSpot right here? Any guesses on what he plays?
I really hope that it's not gun and ball games.
Well, you're going to be disappointed.
What are your favorites?
Random order. Assassin's Creed. Call of Duty.
God damn it. God damn it.
FIFA. One day Xbox.
It's like the most generic games in the world. You know, if he was like, oh, you know, Stardew Valley or something like that.
Very gun and ball gamer.
Yes, absolutely.
FIFA. One day Xbox. I want them to sponsor me.
Aw.
And by the way, if you're Xbox right now, aren't you immediately going after him, being like, "How much can we pay you to talk about?"
Yeah.
Right, that'd be the best case scenario.
Fridge. Mountain Dew, Coke.
Oh, that's
Smash.
cute.
Looks like an Xbox. My friends, you can tell, we had LAN here a month ago. We were playing all together here, so one screen each. I don't play if I don't play with my friends. You just talk about whatever, play the game. Oh, it's so nice. So
He's such a sweetie.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
for being a crazy alpha male. Yeah, dude, he gets it. Like, that's the beauty of it. Games are about bonding, friendship. And I love that he's like, I don't even play games if I don't play with my friends.
I think
love
it's
that.
really funny that he plays soccer professionally and then he plays soccer video games. That's like getting off your shift at McDonald's and going and playing fast food simulator.
Yep. And I think it's fun because he's like one of the best players in the game, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's
like,
funny.
I set the record for most goals. I scored 7,000 goals last season on on FIFA, right?
We
I
have
was like, you'll never
Modern
beat me in
Warfare
real
2.
You can beat me in the video game.
Right.
Modern Warfare 2. Top 3 ever games. GTA, I can't wait for the new one.
So you're on a desert island, you get one choice. What is the game?
GTA.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You didn't even think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He knew that was coming for sure.
24 with me on. Let's get me. Come on, let's have it.
I mean, to be fair, that's got to be really cool, right?
Yeah,
like playing the game
absolutely.
and like you're in the game, you know?
For sure. Yeah. And God, 100%. I would love to do something similar like this. I actually thought it'd be really fun to do like an NBA Jam style clone, except with personalities online.
I was
You know,
I was going to get a DLC in Crime Boss until you know.
Yeah. Well, good for this guy. He's become a viral sensation in every way, shape, and form. And the fact that you have any idea who he is and you don't watch any sort of soccer or sports ball at all, as you
He's
say.
like such a sweetheart.
Yeah. And you probably, dude, holy crap.
I love cavemen.
he is grok for sure. The grok, huge.
I am Grug.
Yes, grug. That's what it is, grug.
I said
All right.
said Grog earlier, then I realized, oh fuck, it's with a U.
Rad Bell came in with $20. Says, I am right wing and was a theater kid in high school. I was the only one. Well, Rad Bell, you are the one that Hasan Piker is talking about, and you apparently are Kangmin Lee's audience. That's just you.
Just that guy.
Ed Song says, Caveman Simulator. Mercenary says, for women. If
For
you
women?
want to know the answer, it's real
That
simple.
says Fox Woman.
Oh,
But don't
sorry,
worry, Craig.
Listen, I read it small, then I moved over to the big. Go ahead, Blabs. Go ahead, read them for me, please.
Fox Woman. If you want to know the answer, it's real
For women.
simple. All these people being sent to destroy America is because they're being directed by those that are just pure evil. They're Satan
Worshippers.
No, he said worship.
It's all so tiresome, man. You can't find that GIF in GIF search anymore. They removed the "it's all so tiresome" fucking thing from the GIF search.
It got overused.
I don't know, but I was like, they can't take our memes, bruh.
They cannot. They will not. Go ahead, Blabs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Evil. I have Magnus for 10 says, oh, and this is my last super check out of Lord of the Rings. I don't know what your last one was, but that 10 will go for Lord of the Rings. Thank you very much. All right, let me hit up some of the bigger ones that we missed up top. Flying Nanook for 20 says, sorry, Phoenix, Lord of the Rings is a better series and story overall with better messaging and holds up better over time than Fast and the Furious. Anyways, to further break you, Xenosaga Sweep. I will challenge you, Flying Nanook, to change your wording instead of constantly using better.
So is that going to Xenosaga?
No, it's going to Lord of the
Okay.
Rings.
Thank you, English teacher.
Patrick for 20 says, if Lord of the Rings doesn't take it all at the end of this tournament, I'm going to scream impotently, I can't even say that word, into the void. Happy birthday, New York Foxu Munya.
I'm not for fucking New York, buddy. What the fuck?
Damn, bro. Speedy Cake for 20 says, Blabs, how dare thee slander the old Lord of the Ring games like Battle for Middle-earth and half plus all the PS2 era games by lumping them in with the goblin trash. I didn't lump them in. I said you have to consider all of the new bad games. Not to mention the old text-based MUDs, you foul heathen. Well, I am a heathen. That's fine. All right. Anyway, King of Daleks. Oh, that's unfortunate for you. $20. He says, happy birthday, Phoenix and Kirsche. For your birthday present, I'm giving 20 to Lord of the Rings. Pens for Fan for Life says, arise, arise, rise, rise. Oh, you know what? Kirsche, you should do this one in your voice.
Why?
Because it's your Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which voice?
Whichever one you want.
Arise. Arise, riders of Theoden. Spear shall be shaken. Shield shall be splintered. A sword day. A red day. Ere the sun rises. Ride now. Ride now. Ride to Gondor. Ride for ruin and the world's ending. Death!
Ta-da!
Can I just say that now, for anytime I watch you now, I'm going to just know that before you get into sexy voice, you're going, beforehand to clear throat.
Well, I mean, sometimes I just feel put on the spot, and other times I can just kind of like roll right into it, you know?
Oh, okay. Hey, I have some good news. Good news for you, Kirsche, before we move on. New York City Mayor, what's his name? Zoran Mamdani? Is that his name?
Mamdani, yeah.
You about to
Mamdani?
tell me about a car accident or something? You sound excited.
No. Well, maybe.
Did he leave?
Because he is playing Mario Kart.
What?
You laugh, but that's it. Again,
know.
I can't just keep screaming this that the right does nothing culturally. We laugh a lot. We keep laughing and laughing. There is now communists in our fucking government. We keep laughing and doing fucking nothing. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted.
And again, look at how many streamers that leftist politicians have done things with, because they understand that is a way to reach younger audiences. That is a way to activate more voters if they're doing things with those people's favorite streamers. Whereas on the right, people are just like, yeah, why would we do that? That's fucking stupid. You want me to talk to a cartoon fox? That's fucking stupid. Like they don't do anything. They don't want to participate in culture.
Well, I don't know if he's necessarily playing Mario Kart, but he is going to be talking about the need for speed.
Maybe it's like his assistant's actually playing with him and he's faking. He's like, look what I'm doing. It's like somebody in the corner playing.
Can we at least do a better job with the photoshopping? I mean, this is elementary level stuff right here at this point. But whatever. Yes, apparently this is a thing that he does on the regular, where he
and this is something that Bridge talked about as well. I've read several articles that were pushed by Bridge's Smart Brief talking about how if you want to effectively continue doing the work and changing the culture that needs to be changed, streamers and content creators have to be brought in to do the work, because streamers and content creators are the next evolution of like Hollywood celebrity. And because streamers and content creators are more accessible, you can actually have conversations with them. They command a higher level of trust from their fans than a traditional Hollywood celebrity does. Obviously, outside of people like Taylor Swift, who have huge cults of personality around them, right? But for the most part, like, you can see that, right? You interact with your chat, you interact with people in your community regularly, be it while you're live or through video comments or in a Discord or whatever. It's much more accessible to talk to a content creator than to talk to a Hollywood celebrity. And that's why there's like a higher level of trust, and the communists want to tap into that.
Well, he's going to be doing this, I guess, tomorrow. So whatever. It is what it is. And I'm with you, Phoenix. I think that it would be funny to see, I don't know, pick your, favorite conservative, or let's just say Donald Trump was like, I'm going to go live on Twitch and play a little
and it
Mario
would be
Kart
adorable.
World.
It's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but whatever. It's trying, right? It is trying to absorb yourself into it. And
if like Trump or Vance did anything video game related, there would be a cacophony of "this is your tax dollars at work."
Right. All right, Kirsche, do you want to, let's see, we have a little bit more time. Do you want to talk about Charlie Kirk and the situation going on with that, or a sweet, sweet Asian man?
Both of those options are very intriguing. I wonder if we have time for both. Let's go. Let's go.
Sweet Asian man, because that way we can sing Secret Asian Man.
Let's do some sweet Asian men, and then hopefully get to Charlie Kirk.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I just want to play this video for you guys. This is out of the Bay Area. This is the CBS News story. I want to give you zero context.
I see inviting people like you to my restaurant as inviting my guests, and into my home. I expect people to treat that with the respect that visiting someone's home would entail. There's a child lying there, getting changed, getting their diapers changed, right next to another customer who looked.
Ew.
The sight and smell.
Ew, what the fuck?
At night, but it was just one of several incidents Shui paid the price for.
It's not about that $5 broken teacup. It's about the fact that you came into here not respecting the rules. You let your child play around. They cause some sort of damage. You should be directly responsible. A lot of
So what's happening here is this guy is now fining people.
I've heard
their
about
out of
this.
control kids.
Mhm.
Yes. The owner says that he's had enough of poorly behaved children in his restaurant. He's now fining the parents. He says one customer changed a dirty diaper next to another customer who was dining.
That is some third world ass behavior. I've had a lot of like people in my family give birth to children, and any time that they've needed to change their kid in public, they either go to their car and do it, or they go into the restroom if the restroom is like clean enough.
Yeah, and there's literally changing tables in the restroom for that exact reason. Yes.
This is just like a third world mentality. It doesn't even matter like what their skin color is. If you're changing a baby's diaper in a restaurant next to somebody eating, you are third world mentality. You are gross.
All right, but help me out here. How is he fining them?
Okay, I don't know, but
that can't be followed. I'd tell him to kiss my ass.
Well, like when he says fining, I think he was referring to the broken teacups. Like if you break a teacup, he's going to put the cost of the teacup on your ticket, which like I've been to a couple of restaurants in my area. Kowloon is a good example of it. Kowloon, they have like really special cups for some of their alcoholic drinks, and they'll like they'll offer that you can buy them. But otherwise, if it's not on the table, they'll charge you for it. There was another like Japanese food restaurant I went to somewhere, I can't remember where, and there's like a cat mug that they have, like one of the lucky cats with the moving paws. And that cup isn't crazy expensive, but they put like a $90 charge on your bill for that cup until you leave, and they make sure the cup is on the table, and then they take that charge off.
Nice. Okay, that makes sense. It's like putting a deposit down. Let's see how he handles this here.
Responsible. A lot of people very quietly tell me that they support this policy because they don't want to be seen as nosy or like disruptive to other parents.
That's not the case for Jacqueline Grubb, who came to the restaurant for the first time after learning about the policy.
So when someone actually stands up and says something like this, it's admirable. And we need more of him throughout the United States being that way. And he can actually cook good food.
For example, this was a Chuck E. Cheese, we wouldn't have the same expectations, but I'm just letting people know, hey, maybe there was a misunderstanding. You can't blame the kids. You really can't blame the kids. Kids are kids.
Bingo. There it is.
There was an article going around a while ago that was like, somebody was complaining, or I guess people were complaining about having to hear children constantly crying at restaurants, and then everybody was jumping on the article like, oh, you should be fine with kids in public. And it's like, hold on, there's a difference between being fine with kids in public. Yes, you should be able to bring your kids to restaurants. Kids obviously very much belong in public spaces, but it's up to parents to be a parent. If your child is screaming at the top of their lungs in a restaurant and you're not taking them outside, that's on you. We shouldn't have to hear that. That's fucked up. That's not like a normal child sound, right? If you have like a toddler that's doing like the happy, yeah, like just happy toddler noises, that's fine. Nobody cares about that. But it's like if your child starts having a tantrum or they start crying, take them the fuck outside. Like, what is wrong with you?
See how that's the big thing. How do you? I guess this is one of those things you agree when you come in to the restaurant that this is part of you walking in.
I still want to know what these fines are because they have no legal right. I'm telling you, I would tell this man to shove it up his ass. I don't like this idea that someone can just you come here, I can fine you. Fine me for what?
Well,
disrupting the peace, having your child break
go
things.
fuck himself.
I like that.
Too bad. If he can go fuck himself. You can't. With what legal authority are you going to fine me?
Well, but you can.
Well, I think he's calling it a fine, but it's not actually a fine. Like this is arguing semantics, basically. Like he's calling it a fine, but it's not actually a fine. And for legal purposes, it's not a fine. But it's like if your kid comes in and breaks the teacup, he's gonna charge you for breaking that teacup.
Right.
I think that's perfectly fair.
Like if your kid smashed your credit card machine, you should be charged for that credit card machine.
Yeah, absolutely. How is your child smashing a credit card machine? Like, what the fuck are we even doing here?
Right. And the idea of a kid carving design, like how unruly is a kid going to be when they're
that's insane.
Carving designs into a table? Like
I could not imagine doing that shit as a kid. Like, no way, dude. I didn't even get the belt, right? Like my dad was very reasonable. He would send me to timeout or like take away my video games, and I still behaved. Like, what the hell?
You really can't blame the kids. Kids are kids. Kids will be loud. Kids will cry. It's okay, but it's up to the parents to make the appropriate response.
It may seem bold in an industry where the customer is always right, but at the House of Shui, the hope is to put proper parenting back on the table.
Yes. We're speaking on behalf of the customers who cannot say the unspoken, and we're speaking on behalf of restaurants who cannot put forth such a blunt and unpolished message to the public. We're just really we're happy to
think
start
about like if somebody is putting like their poopy child on like the bench or the table that people are eating on and changing their poopy diaper, what if someone gets sick? That's his restaurant. He's going to be held liable.
Correct. Yeah. If someone's changing their diaper right next to their food, that's a big no. And like in that situation, the diner who is literally having a literal poop next to them, they should be able to say something. Be like, "Yo, dude, like, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
The restaurant owner should be able to say, "Hey, time to go." Right? It's time to go.
Yes,
you're no longer welcome here. Right? And charging people for broken things, I think, is totally fine. Now, like I said, I don't know how this plays out as far as
legally. I'm seeing they can't. You'd have to prove that it wasn't accidental, because from what I'm seeing, that's my main issue here. Is like, who the hell are you to be? You're not a
you
country.
Break it, you buy it has been like a retail policy for forever, though, Matt.
Yeah, that's true. If you walk into a some sort of store, you knock something off the shelf, you're paying for that.
Yep.
That's a pretty standard
100% of the time.
Yeah. I don't, let's see. This is, by the way, their website is spectacular. This is the website for this restaurant. It may be just about as good as Lunduke's right here. So I'm curious to see if there's any sort of statement here or anything like that when it comes to, the actual rules of going in. But hey man, there we go. Look, they actually do have this on their website. Look at this. It's a family-friendly website or restaurant. However, we are not a playground. Please ensure Children remain seated at all time and respectful of fellow guests in dining environment. Running around, shouting, making noises with utensils will not be tolerated. Guests not respecting this policy will be asked to leave. We will hold parents financially responsible or liable for all damage caused by their children to restaurant properties.
And I think that a lot of adults forget that they have to act differently depending on where they go to. So they probably don't teach their kids that as well. But like he said with Chuck E. Cheese, it would obviously be very different. And you act differently with a child when you bring them to a Chuck E. Cheese versus if you bring them to like a Smith and Wolenski's, right? Not that I imagine many people are bringing kids to a restaurant like that, but if you do, that kid is going to be dressed nicely. They're going to be on their best behavior. If they start having a tantrum, you take them outside. That's how I always was raised to deal with children in public situations.
We have that from Bloopity Snooples came in and says, I would pay good money to watch an 11-year-old called Trump be worse than God.
Yeah. You N-word. Yeah, it'd be so funny.
Pally Dan came in with $20. Says, Phoenix, I had a kid attack her mom and push her into a shelf of board games and pulled them down and nearly broke the shelf. I yelled and the parents left me 1-star review for being rude to their child.
Yep.
People are terrible.
I agree. Humans are garbage. Agreed. But I just don't understand how it doesn't matter. We all agree on that. That's wonderful. That's great.
Well, no, but
I think that just gets into some terrifying territory. Your kid accidentally hits a glass over. Now you're charging me and you're fining me.
That's the way it's always been. Like, literally always. My brother's even broken stuff in stores.
Okay.
That's just how it's always been.
Yeah, if you walk into an antique shop, you knock something over, you break it, you buy it is the thing. And on top of this is stated on their website, right? And I'm sure it's stated when you walk in.
If I'm going to go with their legalese, that means I can break it without any problem. It's talking about children.
Well, it says
again, I don't know what this is legal authority is because he wrote it on a website.
Yeah, but I think it's not really a legal authority. I think it's more of an expectation, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that some of these people can do exactly what you said and say F off, but and honestly, probably, really what it'll come down to is in a situation like this where someone breaks a credit card machine, it's $327. You take if they don't want to pay it, you take them to small claims court.
Yep.
And that's where the legal aspect of it comes in because it's all on video. Everyone's got security cameras at this point, so yeah.
I think Phoenix's point here is basically intention. And then how do you prove intention? And then it just becomes a huge thing.
You don't need to prove intention. It doesn't matter if you break something on purpose in a shop or if you break something on accident. You're still going to have to pay for it. Which is why, like, when I handle very delicate things in someone's shop, I do it very delicately because I don't want to accidentally break it and then have to pay for something that is no longer functional because it is broken.
Yeah, it's he said it comes back to parenting. Always comes back to parents and kids.
Parenting sucks nowadays. I had the best experience. By best, I mean most sarcastic. I was at a 4th of July parade with my nephew, and I was pushing him on those little bikes, right, with the little stroller thing. And he was sitting there. This little girl comes up to his face and starts waving at him. So he says hi to her, and she spits gum basically in his face. And her parents just laugh at her. And I'm like, oh my god, that was
what the
weird.
hell?
Pull him away because like this like little 3-4-year-old kid's like blah, and just spits gum in his face. I'm like, what are we doing? So parents.
Now, where I will criticize this restaurant is that at the top of the page, it said that this is a no tipping restaurant, but then they tell you in smaller text that they automatically add the tip onto your bill, especially for takeout. And I think tipping for takeout is a cuck kind of thing to do. Ain't no way, brother.
Dude, I'm with you on that. Like, you prepare my food, like that's literally what I'm paying for. It should be built into the cost of the food. Yeah.
Yep.
Bantam came in with 100 European money. Says, hail, Foxu lady, $100 for Lord of the Rings. Your false gods are weak, Phoenix. See how they crumble. Rocky fell, and now this.
Labs is happy. We got them both. Let's keep going.
Bentley for 20 says, if Zoran Mandami is playing Mario Kart, may want to check his car for any explosive exploits he may have. But here's for Lord of the Rings. You Bow to No One is the best cinematic scene ever.
I think we'll be fine as long as he doesn't get a pilot's license.
Retromeister says, Munya to all you and beautiful based Foxu. Did anyone watch Sneeko, a.k.a. Hassan Piker 2.0, debate Alex Jones yesterday? Jones hilariously roasted him on facts on what Islam and Muhammad are really about.
No, I had
have
no
not watched
idea.
that. I didn't know that Sneeko and Alex Jones were teaming up. Godzilla Greaser for 5 says the new -0 teaser really lives up to its name as a teaser. This should have been the first one they released.
What
I
is
know you're a big fan.
-0?
That's one of the new Godzilla movies.
Oh.
Executive producer Elsie came in with $28.30. Says, lovely day for a short drive. Figured this would be a tough photo to snap, though. What do we got here, Blabs?
It was a photo of Kirsche minifigure in the car.
Oh, okay, just hanging. Yes, Elsie was very proud when we saw him.
He's a great guy.
Great dude. Great
guy.
John Wayne.
Dude, insane dude. That was an expensive figure.
Yes. John Wayne came in with $20 for Lord of the Rings. Also 0 for the Cube franchise. Who doesn't love a series of movies where a group of memory white people are trapped in a gigantic puzzle cube with seemingly countless and deadly booby-trapped rooms?
That was such a fun movie. I've only ever seen bad movies.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Never heard of it.
It's awesome.
Oh.
And that is an awesome shot, brother man.
Let's go.
Hell
Nice.
yeah, buddy. Squish my tits for me later.
Yeah, they're soft.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
great.
even I squished them.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I will let you know that I did not partake in that, Kirsche.
I'm glad you didn't cheat on your wife with a minifig.
I respect your boundaries. I just wanted to Tampon McFlurry came in with $25.
Ew.
Said, yeah, I know. He said, a white man speaks. Blabs, consider contacting Amir Odom. He's a married gay black guy who's around your age and is very down to earth about blacks and trans and plays Fortnite. Quiet all. Let's listen to Fox Lady's hymn on St. Floyd. Hashtag $25 for Fast and Furious.
Is this Super Chat trying to
Thank
hook
you.
you up with his friend?
I got it.
I think it was about guests.
guests.
Yeah, I found the guy. He's got almost 1 million subscribers.
Labs is always looking for young men.
Strapping young men.
Strapping dapper black men in top hats.
Rat came in and says, I was in art school in California for games art in 2018, and we had Anita Sarkeesian as the guest speaker. It was awful. 10 for Lord of the Rings. Yikes. Yeah. Thank you very much for surviving that, Rat. Mr. Wombat came in with $50 freaking dollars. Says, didn't Orange Man going on specific streamers massively contribute to his win in 2024? Temple also had multiple candidates on his platform. Unless I missed the point, it seems like the right embrace stream content culture. $50 for Fast and Furious from Mr. Wombat. Yeah, I actually do agree with what you're saying. That I think
we've seen like some of them break into it, but I think overall, not many.
They haven't done any cultural things whatsoever.
Yeah.
They've appeared on shows. They sat, and I think Trump sat in a car with one of the guys. That's it. But as far as sitting down, talking about video games and movies and entertainment, giving any money at all to any arts whatsoever, zero. I will just tell you, my whole life as an artist, I hear it today from people I know, and I heard it as a kid. Everyone on the right called me the F word. They called me worthless. They told me to go fucking kill myself. They told me, you name it, you're a bane on society. I've heard it my whole life. Even when trying to make content for them, I was told that I was useless. So there's absolutely no money being put, no money, no time, no dedication to the arts. And that is why you are losing, because there's nothing, there's no counter voice. It's just one side. And then even when you got the people trying to do something for you, they're still beating you endlessly over it. So it's just like, that's my problem. They need to go out and try and do something.
Well, even with Trump, even with Trump, like paying for architects to do like this crazy ornate stuff with the ballroom or transforming the reflecting pool. These are amazing things, and he's obviously contributing to artists to some degree, because masonry skills, it's hard to find somebody who can do marble cutting in a very ornate manner in current year. So I can see Trump doing these things, but there's even people on the right who will denigrate him for it. Like, why are you wasting money on this? Where are my deportations? And it's like, I also want millions deported, but it's nice to see a president who's giving money to make things beautiful again instead of what we had previously. Like, I would love to see more people on the right, like you said, Phoenix, funding more of this artistry, whether it be in their local communities or somewhere for a national monument. I would love to see this. If I had an insane amount of money, I would like to do something like that as well.
Well, I'll say this to your point, though. Remember, Zachary Levi is actually trying to do something about this, and he's trying to do something. Zachary Levi is the guy. Yeah, the guy from Shazam. He's actually trying to start something outside of Austin, down here in Texas.
He's not on the right, but yeah.
Well, he's trying to create an alternative. I mean, when you say Phoenix, just out of curiosity, what does that mean to you? What in your idealistic utopia of people center or right, using art, like what does that look like to you?
Just any amount of effort whatsoever, right? So as opposed to just take, any movie out there, let's just make it commercial. If you've got a commercial movie, well, that commercial industry, as we know, is essentially one voice from one political side, right? We always complain about it. It's that voice over and over and over again. There has been no money at all funded to any opposing voice. There has been nothing. As I'm even saying, not money, just culturally, you are ridiculed, shamed, death threat. I mean, not little death, but they're told, go F yourself, kill yourself, constantly stop wasting our money. So it's even just on that side alone, you're just a waste of space. So everyone wonders, like, why does every artist have blue hair? It's because that's what we've been shown our whole life. Every time we went to a suit, they told us that we were a waste of space and we should go off ourselves. I've heard it my whole life, my entire life. So it's just that there's nothing that they're doing. They're not creating video games. They're not creating comic books. They're not creating anything. Look what happens when they do. When they make comic books, what are they told? Anime is for losers. Cartoons are for losers. Video games, get a real job. You hear this over and over and over again. It's like, my God, though.
Video games, you could be doing anything else, right? Like the Matt Walsh special.
Exactly. Matt Walsh is a perfect example. Who I love Matt Walsh, but look at that messaging. He is crapping on an entertainment form that people really enjoy, and now you're stopping any growth in that. Well, guess what? For everyone else, then it's like, all right, well, go F yourself. I'm going to go over here where I'm welcome and enjoy this game. It's that's what I'd like to see, is just a cultural shift, not only financially, at the very least. Stop calling these people subhuman as they're trying to make you something. These are people trying to actually make you something. To this day, I'm called these things, and I'm trying to make you something. Like, it's insane. And you just kind of go, well, then fuck everybody then.
And all you have to really do is look at the backlash from a lot of people who are left-leaning with the rise of AI. They're not needed anymore, and they hate that. They can't take advantage of people. They can't scam people anymore. And so they're angry that AI lets people basically go around them and create something. AI isn't perfect, and I like personally paying artists to physically make something in a lot of cases. But it's just like, whenever I see people screeching about AI on Twitter, all I can think is, this person is angry because they don't do enough work, that AI is going to be something people can use instead of having to beg them for their work.
Real quick, bringing it back to Zachary Levi and kind of what he's doing here. I do want to kind of discuss this for a second. This Wildwood Studios says it's a $100 million film production campus outside of Austin. It's described as a non-woke alternative to Hollywood. Right?
Hell yeah.
So project aims to foster organic human-made content, including sound stages, a boutique hotel, farm-to-table restaurant, amphitheaters. The website itself, we talked about this briefly. The website itself is good, and the first thing you see is are you interested in investing to this? And I think that's where he's at right now. This was announced in 2025. A lot of concept art behind it, and I don't know if this will get off the ground. I know they're searching for $100 million. A lot of great concept art and all this, but this is one of those things where it was announced and it's just kind of gone radio silent. I think on their website or on their YouTube channel, they do have one video of him just like pretty much saying, thanks for checking this out. And, if you're interested in supporting, please, please find us. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now, man. Like there are people doing things that are quote unquote non woke, or
like Freedom
or
Tunes
right leaning
would be an example.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect example.
So, yeah. So, anyways, I doubt. Just my gut says that Wildwood will probably not see the light of day.
No,
but
and it will get no funding and it will get no help from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if our conservative, I'll speak for myself. Imagine if the people that I'm interested in electing really started trying to corral people into saying, listen, you know what? Let's even talk about Christian values. Hey, our Christian values are eroding. We need to start really pushing into the arts. We have to, or at the very least, like take an Angel Studio, we need to start getting them resources and whatever they need to get off running, whatever it may be, but you don't. And so everyone keeps putting the problem with the right side is they keep putting their faith in politics and discussion with people that don't want to discuss anything with you. And at the same time, then you're not at least getting them with entertainment. Entertainment is one of the best propaganda tools in the entire world. More people will get their news from the Daily Show and fucking Captain America from Marvel than they will from a guy wearing a suit. When you were a teenager, you didn't want to listen to a guy in a suit. You wanted to listen to the hot celebrity. But we don't have them because we've invested nothing in it. And so that's why you see me so angry all the time, is because I'm exhausted. I've been screaming this for fucking decades. And every time I talk about this, I'm met with, oh, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. You're a hippie. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, dude, we'll keep losing. Keep enjoying losing, because unfortunately, if you know your history, culture is everything in politics. You're focusing on the wrong aspect, my buddies. You're focusing totally on the wrong thing. Charlie Kirk knew this. A lot of the good ones knew this. Tim Pool knows this. And everyone else just...
And like when it comes to the Daily Wire, they made that one like comedy film. Like they had the two documentaries,
Lady Ballers,
and then Lady Ballers. And I remember watching it, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty funny. It's pretty all right. But then they do the same. They fall into the same thing as the left, where they just start rattling off like statistics, like the left rattles off buzzwords in their movies, and it's like, okay, you kind of take me out with that. Like I don't need to be preached to from the right. I wanted to escape that entirely. Just make a good movie, and your like underlying message of like principles or morality should be able to just shine through the story instead of being beaten over the head with it.
110% agree.
The status, by the way, of this Wildwood, he's currently raising $40 million in capital to begin construction. So that's kind of where it's at right now. So.
I feel like if something like Wakaliwood can exist, then these guys can also set up their alternate studio, and it's going to be infinitely more expensive because everything is in the United States. But I don't see why it would be impossible if this guy actually wants to get it set up. Excuse me.
But then if he will, will the audiences show up? No, because they're going to say, well, it doesn't look like Captain America. And so, well, I want to see Captain America. And I'm not even faulting the audience here.
Because look at the Uwe Boll movie that just came out. So many people watched that, and they were like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of schlocky. You have some like stock sound effects. The music isn't great, but I had a fun fucking time.
Yeah. And I think that was seen as a black sheep, obviously, when you have, the idea that, you can't show this here. There's a little bit of panache or a little bit of like curiosity around it. Yeah. I think it benefited. By the way, that film cost $750,000 to make, and it's made apparently over $65 million. Like, that was like last week. So, hey man, good. Listen, Uwe Boll,
he self-funded it, right?
Yeah. He self-funded it. Does everything himself. Like I said, I've known Uwe Boll for about 20 years now at this point, and I've dealt with him in many ways. I've laughed at his stuff. I've met him in person. I've been on his studio sets, and he is so straightforward. He is a black and white guy. It's let's shoot it, one shot, you're in, let's go, let's move on to the next thing, because at the end of the day, he's the one paying for it and he's ready to move on. So when your money is attached to it, you move pretty freaking quick. All right, well, let's see. If you want to hit the Charlie Kirk stuff, we can. Kirsche, I don't know if you have time or not.
Yeah, why not? Okay. I'm chilling.
Okay, cool. Well, before we do, Insolent came in with $100, Phoenix. He says, more money for family, because on the opposite side of my previous fanfic, Gandalf in LA would just suck. Let's face it. Sauron would lose the pink slip to whatever car he managed to scrounge up, and to some Asian gearhead hustler at the very least. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We need more money for more elf breeding programs.
Blaz, why don't you read these supers? Then we're going to go to Phoenix and get an update on our Fast and Furious Lord of the Rings battle today.
Okie dokies. Jaro for 20 says, when it comes to communism, refer to the great words of Aragorn. Ride out and meet them. Happy birthday, Kirsche and Phoenix. 20 for Lord of the Rings. Sorry, Phoenix, those awesome glasses can't hide those sad eyes. Love you, buddy. Bruh. It's 20 for Lord of the Rings right there. Viper for 20. Look, he's crying. For 20, it says, and it's his business and it's his private property, Phoenix, and this is true for every first world country. The private property owner has the right to set the rules and how they are enforced. Blabs chooses 20 for Fast and Furious. Thank you very much. TiVo for 20 says, you're right about the youth culture and the right. Had to convince my wife anime fox girls with bouncy physics are better for the future of the right than podcasts. Lord of the Rings, please. Thank you very much for that. Did you not put Fast and the Furious, my 20 for Fast and the Furious?
No, I put in Lord of the Rings. Where
you see what he's doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Phoenix,
you are listening to women.
You misogynist. The patriarchy. Where's the thing?
It's a clear lie. I'm putting it where it belongs.
Phoenix.
All right.
Stop skewing my answers. Jesus.
Committing voter fraud.
Yeah. You lefty. Game Hunter Series for 20 says, one of my great-grandfathers was a rich man and I was named after him. I heard about him as a kid. I learned table manners and etiquette throughout the years to honor my family. $20 for family, Phoenix. Look at that.
I am very glad that I don't have to choose between like 4 forks and a million knives again, though. That's too much for me, bro.
Sinbad for 20 says, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, Battle of Helm's Deep. Enough said. P.S. Foxu Supremacy. Thank you very much. And Craig, you get to read this one because I got to throw in a lot more now.
The Burly Rancher came in with 50 freaking dollars. His Lord of the Rings Part 1. I agree with Phoenix. Blue collar workers usually are right wing, but their life is filled with practical results, so they can't swap their head around art being important.
That's such a good fucking clip, dude.
Well, we're gonna play it again because there's a part 2. Because Burly Rancher came in with another 50 for part 2. So
yes.
Please hold. Boop.
He says, then the rich are so busy with charts that they also can't wrap their heads around it. Thank you so much, Burly Rancher. That's an interesting point for sure. And I think maybe it is just how people are wired. You know, Phoenix, you are the exception to the rule when it comes to the people who are super creative and are able to kind of put that together. And that's something that I've seen in this space as well over the last 20 years is oftentimes people are super creative. It's just they are horrible at business and they think about.
We're terrible at business.
Yeah.
It's like me. I'm the ideas person. I can't actually do anything. So I go to Craig and I'm like, I have this idea. How do we do it?
By the way, I'm coming to you shortly. I just want. I know I've been saying that, but trust me, we are building something behind the scenes.
Hell yeah, buddy!
Okay. All right, go ahead, Blabs.
All right, Polydan for 2 says, happy birthday, Foxy. My $27 for Lord of the Rings. Thank you very much for that.
Why did he put math in there?
Yeah,
27. You said?
Well,
yes.
That 2, but I don't remember his previous supers, but I'm assuming it's gonna be Lord of the Rings anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ireland for 20 says, on Citizen Vigilante, the actor has come out and denounced it. This is also why alternatives failed, because the comics will struggle session their own to denounce all the shit. This all takes time, Lord of the Rings. Wait, Army Hammer has come out and denounced it.
Wait a minute. Army Hammer, the guy that's been canceled and has like some weird cannibalism fetish, has come out and denounced the movie?
I think that was a rumor, and I've
not heard about that. I mean, I kind of don't think he would say or do anything after finally coming back to a movie.
Yeah, after like he was finally given a chance from Uwe Boll. If he denounced the movie, I don't think anybody would want to hire him again.
Yeah, he didn't. That was, I saw a headline of that, and this is actually from Geeks and Gamers here. Geeks and Gamers says that that calls the film hateful and disgusting. Claims he didn't know what movie he was making. But I don't think this is accurate at all. They've been ratioed
I
over
wouldn't
here.
trust them for that at all.
What the heck?
Yeah. So
admits he acts on his white male privilege. What the
That's
fuck?
from 2019, so like that's besides the point for the actual specific thing we're talking here.
Yeah. But either way, it looks like it's been debunked. So just once again, if you see headlines, consider
double
everything there.
checking them.
Yeah. All right, let's go talk about Charlie Kirk and everything that's been going on there. This has been an ongoing conversation. There's the hearings happening right now, the pre-trial, and this has been crazy to see. The amount of evidence that has been put forth with all this, it seems very clear the direction that all this is going. But this has been a hot button topic, obviously, and Katie Couric had John Fetterman on her podcast / show. And it was asked,
a name I haven't heard in ages.
I know. Let's see how this conversation went and how. Just trust me, she definitely was definitely not pushing anything here.
Do you think that flags should have been flown at half staff? Do you think his body should have been flown on Air Force 2? Do you think he should have posthumously be given the Presidential Medal of Freedom? I think some people felt that was perhaps over the top in terms of mourning someone.
Yeah, I don't want to hear shit after you put a guy who overdosed on Fent in a golden sarcophagus. What are we fucking doing?
It would be interesting to see what Katie Couric's reaction to the Summer of Love was. Let's see where this goes here.
How did you feel about that?
I'd say that was his choice and his prerogative, and that was really entirely up to him.
Did you have any issues now in hindsight over some of the things that Charlie Kirk said and some of the rhetoric he used during his life?
I didn't agree with much of it. I didn't closely follow his specific kinds of views, but I did.
I'm sure you learned about them after his death, though.
How much do you think that Katie Couric has actually watched his? It's funny. What was it? 2 weeks ago, we saw a video of this guy who was talking about. They were talking about Charlie Kirk, and he realized that he had only been told the media narrative, and that he hadn't actually watched any of the debates. And I bet that's the exact case, literally, for probably both these people. They never actually They never actually saw him talk through things. See, it's all her words, rhetoric over here. What about the rhetoric?
About them after his death, though.
No, I haven't done a deep dive on it. We've all seen that terrible video. Perhaps if you've seen the actual video, I have. And it's like appalling. And that's part of the political violence. And from what I'm saying, it's like that's unacceptable. And engaging in a debate and views I strongly disagree on, that's part of the American democracy. And for me, it's that would never justify what's happened. And I just chose not to take the opportunity to argue his views after children lost his father in the most violent public way. I mean, so that's, I would say the equivalent on the left might be, say, Mr. Piker. I strongly disagree with his views, but I'm appalled if something like that happened to him. Oh my God. I mean, that's, we have to disagree in better ways where, you're going to solve it by shooting people. And that's why the kinds of rhetoric, we have to turn the temperature down. Extreme rhetoric makes it easier for extreme reactions or to justify them.
I think some people might say Charlie Kirk's rhetoric was extreme.
Isn't it amazing? It's just constantly, but. you know, and it's
Yep, your words are violence, and our violence is actually righteous and correct. And it never fails to amuse me that Fetterman with brain damage from an accident is like the most eloquent Democrat that's probably not lying to you. Like, I feel like this guy is being as honest as he can be. And
yes,
I agree with him in the way that I don't want to see violence happening, and it's crazy that the response has been violence. But I think after what happened with Charlie Kirk, the window for debate has closed. And especially, I very much believe with what Sam Hyde said, you have 2 weeks to do something about Charlie Kirk being assassinated. Nothing was done. And we see the left continuously escalating since then and promising to visit more violence upon more regular people leaning to the right. You have communists who have been elected to government in Washington and in New York, and you see Virginia pushing legislation to disenfranchise specifically white men as well. And it's just like this is coming to your state if you don't stop it. If you don't get involved locally, and if you don't try your best to get this done peacefully, I don't want to think about what will come if we fail at doing that.
It's amazing to see her just push and prod this entire time.
Yep.
Phoenix, are you okay?
I'm sure she didn't even hear anything. I think she's just waiting for her turn to say like
just waiting for the next talking point.
Yeah. I think you're 100% right here because hey.
It's extreme. I think that's the conversation that happened. People condemned political violence, but they also felt a great deal of discomfort with his language, suggesting that these kinds of words lead to violence.
I also want to point out that she
I'm
keeps smirking while she says this shit.
That's what they always do.
It's infuriating because they say this shit with like such a smugness of like, oh yeah, obviously I'm correct. Obviously his rhetoric was hateful. Obviously nothing said against me can be wrong, but I'm going to give you the privilege of speaking to me anyways because I want to see what weird little things you come up with in that brain of yours. Like, it's also condescending every single fucking time.
You mean somebody who lives in Manhattan and has a net worth of over $110 million is out of touch and not and condescending? What are you talking? What? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's like it's possible to become rich and not become out of touch, right? Like we have motherfucking Keanu Reeves. He's like one of the most well-loved people. He's just like a down-to-earth guy whenever you see him out in public.
For sure. Oh, yeah, definitely. But, Keanu Reeves is, you're talking about Katie Kirk, who literally in the epicenter of New York in Manhattan over here. And this is
she's
like
just high
all
on
she's
her
ever
own
known.
farts.
100%.
Of words lead to violence. I don't know. I'm just kind of sharing my observations as I saw the conversations unfold.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we agree that we probably didn't agree with much of what he said, and I think
although they probably couldn't tell you exactly what he said outside of the clips that they saw.
Yep. And it's like the people on the left, they never condemn the violence. They continuously say things to increase it. Like even during my own cancel campaign, I tried defending one person who tried ruining my life, being like, hey, yeah, there's a bunch of lies about this person circulating. Don't do that. Because not only is it bad to lie about things, but it hurts your cause in general because people aren't going to trust you. And they continued to attack me even in that. And they never denounced any of the like death threats that I had gotten that caused me to have to leave my apartment. So it's like they're never going to ever take any kind of accountability. And as soon, if we can fix things, a ton of these people are going to be like, well, I didn't do that. I was always against the violence. And it's not going to be true. It's not.
Let's see if John Fetterman is.
I'm sure we both agree that you shouldn't shoot people, and you shouldn't execute them in public. And that's, I think that's two things must be true.
Right. Yes. What a hot take right there.
Yeah.
See, I would have turned it around. Like if anytime, like no one usually ever turns this around. So I would just go like, all right, so I see that you're smirking a lot. Something's obviously very funny. Can you tell me what's funny about what I'm saying? Like you stop right there and let them get whatever. It's like, well, okay, well then you think everything I'm saying is ridiculous. And is there any point of having this conversation? Or as a journalist who is supposed to just be kind of neutral, it seems like you're obviously coming in with a bias. All right, so you dirty seed. Let me tell you how this is going to work. Da da da. Then I would say, okay, you know what, Katie? Here's a question for you. Clearly, you're on the side of it's okay to murder someone. What's your rule set? When are we allowed to murder someone? Just let me know. And then I'll continue talking back to you once you answer those questions because you're smirking this whole time. Obviously, there's a correct answer. What is that correct answer? And I'm not leaving until you answer that very question. When is it okay to murder someone? Katie, here. I'm waiting.
Well, and her response is, well, I'm here to interview you.
Clearly
her
not.
response
You're
would be
smirking.
some sort of like, I came here to interview you in good faith, and clearly you're not operating in good faith. Like they just turn it around
Katie, am I
on you.
smirking? Do you see if is there any smirk on my face, Katie?
Yep.
Okay, so answer the question. I'm not leaving. When is it okay to murder someone? Answer it. The end.
Right.
Free speech. I'm an absolute free speech guy. And you have the right to say these things. And you definitely also have the right not to get shot by sharing your views.
Yeah.
Controversial.
I wish Peter answer to that. God damn.
All right. Well, there's that. Like you truly do not hate the media enough. And to consider with Katie Kirk just constantly pushing and prodding that entire time. It's tiresome. And Phoenix, I love your solution. Just turn it back around. I'm here. I'm waiting.
See, I lived with there was no one better at this than my father, who could terrify the living shit out of anyone. If they even said one thing wrong, oh man, he would give you the eyes, and it's like now we're in trouble. And so he knew how to shake people down to their core because he didn't let anything. If he heard even a little tiny bit of a smirk, there's a problem now. And it's like is this establishment going to go on fire kind of a problem? So, I think more people should be, because the problem with this kind of stuff is that she got ultimately what she wanted. He cowered, right? He's going like, well, listen, maybe I don't agree. It's like, that's off topic. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. So you just manipulated my answer, and once again I proved that you're bigger than me. It's like, no, woman, let me turn the tables against you now and go right back to the little propaganda that you're shooting out. Now you have to answer for what you're espousing. So I wish more people did that.
You need to say, "Quiet, woman." White man is speaking.
White man is
Shut up, silly woman.
Rad Bell came in with $50 freaking dollars. Says Phoenix is right on the right, and yes, and cultural institutions. I spent so much time trying to fight this idea that we don't need to uplift our creatives if we want to win. My first, and this is for Lord of the Rings. Rad Bell, thank you so much for your extreme generosity. Appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Get you on the wall, my dude. Also, Callistia came in with $25. Has Katie Kirk ever been more relevant since the time that she had to Judge Judy ripped her arguments for feminism apart in her own interview? Put this on Lord of the Rings.
I haven't seen that, but that sounds fucking hilarious.
Sounds great. Winterfell says, Fetterman is my congressman. I was so against this guy, but he turned out to be one of the few people, still good people left in Congress. Libs hate him.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of a guy that even many times will even vote with them, but they hate him because he just doesn't go along with the message. He reminds me of the great lefties from the old days when they were sane. It's okay to disagree, but can we at least speak the same language of sanity for a second? That's all.
But the answer is no. We can't.
Communist. Yeah, the answer is no. All they do is subvert language to make it impossible to actually communicate with one another. Unfortunately.
Nefador came in and says, I'm not full on right, but align more with them these days. And I'm writing a novel series because I know we need to create the culture we want to see. Future books will even have our Foxu in it. Let's go.
I'm on some pages.
Let's go. All right. Speaking of culture, we're in the middle of an intense battle right now between Fast and Furious and Lord of the Rings. Before we get to today in video game history, let's get a quick update. Phoenix, where are we at right this?
Right, I think you're going to be surprised by the third challenger that made their way into here. Let's see what we got. $619.98 for Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh, wow.
$1,381.73 for the Lord of the Rings. But Craig,
what?
$2 for Herbie the Love Bug.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. All right, well, you know, there's still chance for Fast and Furious potentially come out on top.
As there is also for Herbie.
That's right. And Herbie as well.
Imagine the fucking upset.
Quite the upset. All right. Man, if somebody just dropped $1,500 on Herbie.
And we all just sit like, why?
All right, Herbie
They
wins.
just really liked the yellow car.
Yeah, they did. Sure did.
All right, Blabs, let's finish up. Here we go. Today in video game history.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
Olive Garden can suck my tits.
I've lost weight.
Thank you. So I made this in mind with Kirsche. July 9th, everybody. True Love 95 was released back in 1995. You have Amazing Princess Sarah, released in 2014. And then Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, releasing back in 2021. The end.
You know, I'm kind of interested in those first two games. I want to know more about those.
I kind of picked them for you.
Yay!
Well, some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs,
Missed
include
it.
DayZ for PC. That's kind of a big one right
Gran Turismo? You just skipped over Gran Turismo, buddy?
Well,
there.
he wasn't grand, so it was not worthy.
Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec right there 25 years ago. Dota
The
2.
Gran Turismo games are the first ones I ever played.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
Yes, one.
By the way, Amazing Princess Sarah does not look half bad, by the way.
It does not. I had
Yeah.
some nice art. I'm interested.
let me start over real quick, Blabs. Real quick. Some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, include Gran Turismo 3.
Hell yeah!
Wow!
Wow!
Let's go.
John.
Also, DayZ and Dota 2. And
How did you
Metal Gear
forget
Solid.
Dota?
Just like this. The end.
She really just doesn't care at this point, Kirsche. I just wanted to.
I
literally
Dota because I started with League of Legends.
And then I was like,
Oh
the
my
rest
goodness.
is fucked.
The Escapist released for PC 12 years ago. I remember that game having a little bit of a run to it. And let's see, Bouncy Bullets. That sounds fun. 7 years ago in 2019. Bloodstained Curse.
Sakura. Oh, it's a Switch. Never mind.
Oh. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 6 years ago in 2020. Let's see, Once Human 2 years ago for PC. Backyard Baseball is releasing today, as well as Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Black Flag comes out today?
I didn't know that there was an Assassin's Creed coming out today.
Oh, it's a resync. It's Black Flag just redone.
I didn't know that was coming out today.
It is. Yeah, Arch is
Wow.
playing it right now. Arch is streaming it. Yeah. So there it is. It's out there, ready to go. Okay, guys, that is a great place to wrap it today. Let's get a final tally, Phoenix. But hold on, do we have any? Hold on, real quick. Let's get a couple real fast. Let's see. Marksman says add $2 for Pal World. No, that's not how it works. Grolgar came in and says, unlike Robinson's towel, the Foxus one has one DNA trace. Lord of the Rings, 5 for. Thank you, Grolgar. And Reese says, I can't help but wonder if Katie Kirk was always smug like this and whether her legs. Okay, we're all she had going under.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, Reese. Yes, her legs must have been phenomenal. All right, Phoenix, what do we have?
All right, this is it, right? We're all done.
This is it. Final
All
tally.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on. Here we go. There we go. $619.98 for the Fast and the Furious franchise. Thank you to everyone out there that gave it a shot. I think it's nice to be in second place. You can still come in second place and be all right, because the first place winner with $1,386.73 is in fact the true champion, the Lord of the Rings.
Accepting on behalf of Lord of the Rings, moving into the grand finale, the second biggest fan of Lord of the Rings on the channel, Blabs.
I voted for family.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
That's not really an acceptance speech.
I wasn't supposed to accept it. It was supposed to go to Kirsche. I didn't vote for it.
Not really quite the acceptance speech for Lord of the Rings there, Blabs.
I wasn't supposed to accept it. I didn't vote for it.
I like the face on the box art in the middle because he looks like he just had a horrific realization that like he might have left his oven on, or maybe he forgot to flush the toilet.
That's exactly.
So anyway, there's Nashville.
Also, I'm having I was looking at your background, Blabs, and that head wig over that cauldron kind of reminds me of that horrific wall painting of that guy who suicided himself in the lake.
Oh my!
That was me. I'm back there.
You.
she was his sweet siren of siren of death right there.
Yeah.
You want to see the bracket real quick?
Yes, I do, Phoenix.
We can see what's going to happen here. Okay, here we go. All right, so
pivot.
This is it. It's going to be tomorrow, Star Wars versus Back to the Future, and then whoever wins that is taking on Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's interesting. I would Star Wars is an extremely perfect competitor for it, but I think we've paired them in the past, and I think Lord of the Rings also won against that, so it'll be interesting. I'm going to be kind of curious to see who wins tomorrow.
I feel like there's far more people upset with the state of Star Wars than upset with the state of Lord of the Rings, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like both of them
Good
have
point.
kind of gotten DEI-ified, but I hear way more anger about Star Wars.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens because Star Wars is not a guarantee. Maybe Back to the Future does advance.
But that is actually my point. That's why I'm actually curious for tomorrow because Star Wars has underperformed a lot of these times. So I'm kind of curious. It could, in fact, be Back to the Future. And if I actually think Back to the Future has a better chance of taking on a Lord of the Rings than a Star Wars would. So it's going to be curious to see what happens.
Well, we will find
If
out
it
more
does
tomorrow.
end up being Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars, I think that we should play the potato song and the Star Wars rap song.
Okay. I love this idea.
Okay. So I think we'll make a note there, Blabs. Potato song and Star Wars rap song.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Blabs over here just trying to figure out what's
I don't even know where to make a note. I'm like, where does he want this?
somewhere. I don't know. Sir
Monday's
Missile
run
Monkey
sheet?
came in and says people quote the Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls, sir.
Bear Grylls.
Put some respect on that piss drinker's name.
Okay, it sounds like my bad. But few go over the initial men's struggles. One of those struggles was between two guys. One who finished trad and the creative dude.
What?
Sorry. I didn't mean to do that, streaming. It keeps jumping. Is it this one that you were reading? Was it this one? There you go.
Plus, why don't you go and keep reading it?
I'm sorry, I didn't do it on purpose. I'm trying to star and it keeps jumping on me.
I have legitimately no idea what this super chat is trying to say.
I'm gonna try to read that. People quote the Bear Grylls man versus world survival, but few go over the initial men's struggles. One of those struggles was between two guys who one finished trad and a creative dude who used a net. I mean, I think
Fished!
The two had beef
not
until
finished. Now it makes sense.
Oh, one who fished trad and a creative dude who used a net. The two had beef until the net guy won out. Lord of the Rings for 20. Thank you very much.
Now it makes sense.
John for 10 says, we're all used to the left telling lies on the top of lies, but when they tell those lies and disparage Charlie Kirk, it immediately escalates and becomes absolutely infuriating because he was the best of us.
Yeah, he was the nice one.
And then there was another one right here. We go. Devious for 5 says, Munya. Thank you very much.
Delibird. I love Delibird.
We should be caught up now.
Okay, that is a great place to stop. We will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. I'll be on the road, but I'll be with the show with my wonderful new webcam. We'll be back at 11 a.m. Central Time when we are joined by
Maggie May and Cindy.
How wonderful is that? Looking forward to having those two wonderful ladies on the show. Tomorrow, also, a big celebration, I hear, Kirsche.
Yeah, tomorrow we're celebrating my birthday on stream. My birthday was
Happy
the 6th.
birthday.
Thank you.
But there was a bunch of stuff my community was putting together, and that wasn't ready for then. So we're doing the big celebration tomorrow on stream.
All right.
Yay! And also, people have been getting their shipping notices. So if you ordered cursed merch, check your email. You might have a shipping notice.
All right. Sounds great. Well, guys, do us a favor. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Join us tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. And we'll make sure to send everybody over for your big birthday celebration as well after the show.
Thank you.
So, for sure. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.